of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
There we are.
Yay.
There we are.
Back on the radio. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good job at the pre-show, Sammy. I got breaking news. Can I start with breaking news?
Ooh.
Return to the sweatpants.
Oh, shit.
See how I pushed my hips forward?
I saw that, unfortunately.
Did you get a little look at the juice?
Any juice in there? Are you juicing?
I'm back to sweatpants, motherfucker. It's Friday. It's summer.
Friday.
It's summer.
Yes.
Summer in the city.
The sweatpants are in full fucking form.
Brand new sweatpants, though.
Brand new?
Not sweatpants where the crotch is blown out, where a manager has to tell me to pull them up.
How long do a new pair of sweatpants? Is that a seasonal thing? By fall do you retire them?
Hell
no. You hold on to them for quite some time.
First brand new sweatpants in I would say 3 years.
Oh Jesus!
At least 3 years. I wear my shit out. Anyway, it's Monday. Fuck.
Yeah, that is a rough one.
Not for us. We have easy lives.
Yeah.
That was for you. Fuck.
But it's the getting up part kind of sucks there too. But
yeah,
you know.
Although I went to bed early, so my body clock goes, well, you went to bed early. Well, we're going to get you up early.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Yeah,
I was exhausted. I had a long, fun weekend, so I went to bed early.
Yeah.
I'm up at 4. I don't have to be up at 4.
No.
Wide awake.
Keep sleeping.
Wide awake. Yeah, why not?
What are you doing?
Why not?
Yeah.
Who just wrote me? Hold on a minute. Is it you saying you're going to be late?
No,
Anthony should be here any minute. He's here.
Kenny.
He's right here. I'm looking at him.
What happened? How come those messages take so long?
I don't know.
Yeah, Grand Central Parkway was
horrible traffic.
Some accident. And it was like the shoulder accident, shoulder of the road.
Right.
But everyone's got to stop. So I came around one of the corners, doing a nice clip.
Right.
And it's like, oh, great, brakes.
Grand Central Parkway?
Yeah.
That road is so fucking dangerous.
Oh, jeez.
That road was made for the 1970s.
For cars that sounded like...
Yeah. It's a curvy fucking highway in the New York City area, Long Island, to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
And the on and off ramps are like, what, 20 feet?
They're real short. You got a top fuel dragster takeoff to get into traffic.
Or you got to, hit that off ramp going about 65 and then jam on the brakes. You have maybe 20 feet to get it down to about 40, or you're going flying off the side.
Yeah, because not only are the off ramps deceleration lanes very short, but then they put these 90-degree hairpin turns.
It's a horrible highway. Really? I'm amazed there's not more accidents. That's my point here.
Yeah, so
you got fucked with traffic on that today.
I did that, and then after sitting in that traffic, you get to the point where you're like, all right, it's that. I'm looking at the clock, going, okay, I've made that in 15 minutes. I could do that, and then you get into the city,
right?
And if I don't catch all the lights right, it could add another 5 minutes on.
Yeah, and every minute counts.
When you're just making it.
That's when you got to just blow through lights.
I know. Yeah.
I blow through lights
sometimes, but now with the, de Blasio's whole crackdown,
right?
Yeah, people they're out there. They're looking for it. There's new cameras. The fines are more now.
Where are the new cameras?
I don't know.
I know where most of them are.
They planted some new cameras in the 5 boroughs. So
I break traffic laws. And in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, if you get 2 tickets a year, it's so worth it.
Worth the price.
I'm the HOV guy with myself in it in the car.
No,
I'm like, if they catch me once doing this in a year, that is so worth the time I've saved.
Yeah.
That traffic is fucked up, though.
It sucks, but
I had to go all the way out east on Friday. This is too local for people. Maybe we should move on.
People have traffic.
Really?
No, regardless of where they're from.
So I'm like, Friday, all right, if, there's a party for my brother starting at 7:15, I think it was. So I'm like, all right, if we leave at 2 in the afternoon,
come on.
We'll beat everyone else out of the city that's, starting their weekends.
Yeah.
3 hours later.
3 hours. You could pretty much get to Boston in that amount of time.
Dude, I flew to Cancun for 3 hours. 3.5 hours.
Being an entirely new part of the world.
Right.
And meanwhile, you're just out on Long Island.
It was over 3 hours in the end.
Pain in the ass.
Over 3 hours. It's An hour and 45-minute ride. So it was double the time. Leaving what I thought was sort of early on a Friday.
You'd imagine.
Sort of early. I knew there would be something happening out there, but not. Travis wants in on this?
Travie.
The traffic in and around New York City, I've said it many times, it will make a grown man cry.
Yeah.
You see these guys in their cars when you're not doing it, and they're sobbing because they don't know what else to do.
Openly crying.
You don't know what else to do. After you punch your steering wheel and start like fighting imaginary people in your car, the only thing left to do is just sit there and sob.
Hang your head and
like
weep.
a bitch.
Like Band of Brothers. We're all just there in battle.
I had to run some errands on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I took my kid. So I'm like, we'll be gone 45 minutes.
Hour or whatever. Yeah, sure.
Oh, no.
I moved to Staten Island, so we're coming back. Yeah, well, hey, doing good now.
God, we get to learn about Staten Island finally.
I know.
I like it so far. It's
I don't
very
know
nice
anything about Staten Island.
It's nice and suburban.
When you get over that Verrazano, dead stop traffic.
Well, so we are about to get onto the Staten Island Expressway coming back from New Jersey, and we hit some traffic. And I sat there 5 minutes away from my house for 2.5 hours. Because a tractor trailer overturned on the Staten Island Expressway, and pineapples were all over the road.
Pineapples!
It's a delicious wreck.
And no one went anywhere. Two and a half
hours.
Did you get to
hours.
Did you get to at least eat the delicious pineapples?
No, they weren't even giving them out.
They weren't. I would have ate some pineapples.
I remember texting my wife, "Be home in 15 minutes."
All right. It was really 2.5 hours.
I swear to God, it was 2.5 hours.
I'll tell you one thing, too.
You should just abandon your car, go home, watch a movie, and then go back. And by then, maybe they have everything
10 minutes away from my house.
cleaned up.
I'll tell you something also. A lot of these crews that are responsible for clearing an accident, I don't know who it is, what the fuck. I think they take their sweet-ass fucking time. If a lane's closed, top priority should be to open that fucking lane. The second someone gets on scene, open the fucking lane.
They probably get some sick pleasure out of it.
I bet they do.
I would too.
I bet there's a lot of standing around, pointing. Yeah, that looked, that's pretty bad right there.
Right.
So what happened? Well, we got. Let me go to the radio. We'll get some other people.
They absolutely get a sick pleasure out of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Clear it.
Because they're just at work. They got nothing else to do.
Right. Why rush?
I love the volunteer fire department, and actually, there's a few in my family. So
everyone's got them.
But all of a sudden, they come onto a scene, and they feel like they're fucking cowboys for an hour. So they'll park and block like 2 lanes. I'm like,
the fucking truck, the accident itself, or whatever problem is, takes up a lane. Right. Then the truck has to pull and fucking block another lane for no reason.
That's someone that is on a power trip. Like, here's my tide to shine.
Pain in the asses.
Right.
That's
why I live in the city. I don't want to live in New York City. I do not want to live in New York City. I've said this for many years, but the traffic will just drive you insane. Yeah.
It's definitely
even if sometimes there's something to do on Long Island where I'm from, and we'll leave real early on a Saturday morning. Like, all right, this is going to be there's always something. That's when they decide to do the moving,
the roving pothole repairs,
moving construction boggles the minds of drivers. They don't know what to do. Should I stay behind it? Should I pass it? And the traffic is abominable.
Unbelievable. With that arrow just blinking.
You get
and
to
they don't understand what that means.
You're like, I'm getting closer to it. I'm good.
It's blinking. Go to the right, you idiot. Go to the right.
They don't get it. Why wouldn't you zip around that as quickly as humanly possible?
So,
those motherfuckers.
That's why I had to give up and get a place in the city.
Went out to.
It's way better.
Huh?
It's way better with kids once you move out of the city.
Yeah.
I would like to move out of the city. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see if we get that done.
Yeah, grass. We forgot what grass looked like.
I was at Bob Kelly's kid turned 1, so we all went up to his house for a little birthday party.
Suburban Bob.
And I felt I was in a backyard, and there was you didn't hear one car, one asshole yelling and screaming.
Barbecue smoke. Was there barbecue
smoke? I heard birds.
Birds.
When you hear birds, that's strange to me.
Nice.
It was nice. It was almost creepy how quiet it was.
There's a trade-off there, but
it was nice. What's the trade-off?
Well, you get that.
What's so great about New York City in the end?
I'll tell you.
I mean, the ability to drive without, to get to work and not have an anxiety attack every time I'm looking at the clock thinking there's another minute that ticked by.
the trade-off is you have to drive somewhere if you want something. I can't walk down to the corner store
See,
anymore.
I dream of that. When I lived in Huntington, I would get up in the morning, just jump in my car and go. I love that feeling.
Yeah, not anymore, though.
You know why I love that feeling, too, is because wherever you had to go, there was parking just waiting for you.
Ah, yes.
That's true.
In the city, when you drive, we have a car in the city, and when I drive, I could spend a half hour just trying to find a parking spot.
But if you run out of milk,
or
you
even
can
a
just...
garage sometimes, that's a pain in the ass to find.
Now you got to go to the grocery store, and you got to park.
I would love all that.
You think
I would have no problem with that.
That's the one thing that I miss is walking around.
So,
but whatever.
Yeah.
Walking around's overrated.
Walking around.
Stupid walking around. Where at any moment you could be in a fist fight because everyone's just fucking angry in New York. Everyone has such an attitude. At any second,
such a peaceful area.
At any second, you could be squaring off and fucking having a fight over the dumbest shit. Everyone just looking for a handout.
That's true.
People that live in New York, they're all about the money. Money.
Yep. Yeah, it was quite the little drive to AC over the weekend, too, because I left at I guess 2:30 p.m. So, again, it just doesn't fucking stop.
Wait, when did you leave?
Like 2:30 p. on Friday.
Oh, so you left the same time I was heading out.
I was going the other direction.
You had to go through the city?
No, I went to, I had to, go west, so,
I went to take
Staten Island,
Verrazano,
all that happy
nightmare.
horse shit. Yeah, so, again, but I just kind of take a nap.
You should take the helicopter.
I
Have them
wish.
send you a helicopter at this point.
I think I will next time. I'll take the old whirly bird.
Have they whirly bird you down there yet?
I haven't gotten the whirly bird yet. I got the limo, so I just go to sleep in the back.
Shitty limo?
No, it's a good one.
Nice limo?
Yeah, it's the super stretch. Plenty of room to lay out pillows, blankets, whatever you need.
Hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo, Robin.
I hate limos.
I like limos that I could go to sleep. Fucking go to sleep. It's great.
Limos are stupid because the only seat that's good for me is the one facing forward. So that's like a regular seat.
It's a regular seat. And now you've just got a very long vehicle that you're looking at.
Now you feel like anxiety because you're like, why am I so far away from everything? I'm not even kidding. I've tried the side seats and the laying down, and if I'm not facing forward, it's a complete waste of time.
What do you get, queasy?
Oh, yeah.
You get a little queasy?
Absolutely. Well, the famous story,
Oh, yeah.
He tells it differently, but Bubba Ray Dudley drove me home.
Bubba Ray.
In his limo, because it was his limo. He got to face forward, and I had the side seat.
And
I fucking...
got a little nauseated.
I got car sick. He claims that I puked all over his limo, but that's not true.
Huh?
He's on the side of the road, on the service road of the Long Island Expressway.
Sounds like a real highway to hell.
Highway to hell. People seem to love that show on Friday, Sammy.
Boy, was that fun.
I think we're going to make that this week's podcast because the people are requesting it. So
that's a good one.
We'll definitely have it as this week's podcast.
Yeah.
The Opie and Anthony podcast comes out every Wednesday for your listening pleasure.
A lot of new music knowledge went down.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't know.
I think the fucking pie might have been my favorite after
fucking pie is great.
After all that.
Yeah.
Let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some
Well, one of the
I love it.
One of the pre-show listeners called in and said that they really enjoyed the scenario of Ringo having to shit with the door open because Paul kept jumping on his drums.
Paul's going to play his drum tracks.
Yeah, very paranoid.
Yeah.
I would be paranoid if I was him as well.
Of course. The shitting with the door open at the Apple Studios.
Well, there are rumors that Paul McCartney did a lot of the drums after Ringo went home, right?
Yeah.
We've heard those stories. So I wonder if
Imagine
Ringo...
that. You're just looking out the window. They wait for Ringo's car to pull away. Okay, he's gone.
Right. Only Ringo knows, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, no, a lot of people, I guess, would know. But Ringo really would know, like, wait a minute, that's not...
I couldn't ever do that, Phil.
Right, that wasn't me. So that'll be the podcast. Cool.
Yeah.
So we all saw your Twitter there, Anthony. You did well, huh?
Oh, it was
down in AC.
Another banner weekend outing in Atlantic City. My voice is a little shot today because, as most people know, the strategy is is to yell at the dealer constantly.
Right.
That's what I do.
That's what Gets you winning, I
No,
think.
man. Yeah, 999. What did the Germans say? And the dealer's just looking at me, and I go, 999. And then she's got, turn over a 9, and there it was.
It was
a lot
there.
of times
Jesus.
that 9 shows up. And so I was up and down a little bit, kind of bumping back and forth. And Keith was there. Keith, the cop, is there to make sure things go nicely and go right. So he was constantly pulling chips off my stack and paying off my markers.
Right.
And leaving me enough to, continue.
Play with.
To continue. And then you just get to this one point where you hit, and you're infallible. I had one hand, and that was the one that turned the whole thing around. I had a bet up. It was a $10,000 bet. $10,000 bet.
On one hand of blackjack.
On one hand. I get dealt 2 5s.
Right.
5, 5. That's a 10. The dealer is showing a 6
Right.
up card. So I'm like, I got to double down, but that was everything that I had at that moment. So I got to call for a marker. I got to call for another $10,000 to double down on the $10,000 bet.
Oh, my God.
So now I'm playing with 3 other people at the table, but they're all cool. They know the deal. So they have to sit and wait while all the paperwork goes through and everything. And they run the marker out, and we got to sign things. The dealer's got to sign things. They count out the 10,000. They place it down, and then I slide it up next to the first $10,000 bet. There's now, your math, $20,000 on the table. I get 1 card. That's how it works. When you double down, you get 1 card to make your best. Foomp. Ace.
Wow.
21.
Blackjack.
Well, not quite blackjack, but it's 21 on a double down.
Right.
The dealer turns over a 16, 26, so busts. And I get paid off. And that started the whole thing rolling. Because now I got a little bit of a bankroll to play with. and it just went from there. It was crazy. I'd never played with just $5,000 chips before. Usually the pumpkins, the 1,000s. I've gotten up to those.
Right.
But just a stack of 5,000 chips and just every bet. I was playing 3 spots on the table, $5,000 a spot.
Jesus.
So it was 15,000 every single time the cards were dealt.
That's
and again,
crazy.
in those situations, sometimes you get dealt an 11, you got to double it. Yeah, you got a pair of 8s. You got to split those. So it got crazy. But
if you go to Anthony's Twitter, Anthony Cumia,
that was a big one.
You could figure out how much he went home with because he posted his winnings.
It was a big win.
You usually don't post your winnings.
Well, I usually don't, but that doesn't mean that's what I won. Maybe I lost half of that. Maybe no, I'm just saying. It was a very good weekend.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, you could have lost the 3/4
Who
of that.
knows? Whatever. It was a good weekend.
You just want to do some bragging, I see.
It was fun. Oh, my God.
Good for you.
Oh, my God. And then that was just part of the fun, because the other part was hanging out with the amazing Blue Öyster Cult. It was hilarious.
That would have been cool if it was, I don't know, 1980.
Hey, they're great guys.
Are they listening right now?
It was. It wasn't everybody. It was Eric Bloom, the singer.
Is he the only
guitar
one
player.
left as far as the
No.
original members go?
No, Donald Rosen, Buck Dama.
Buck is still in there.
He's in there too, and it was great. It was a lot
Is that
of
a
fun.
band that has never stopped touring?
Yeah, I think they've been just playing forever.
I mean, because no offense, their popularity drastically dropped, but
yeah.
they have continued ever since, right?
So they still get out there
How do they
and
sound?
play. Like, sounded great. It was a lot of fun to go see them. I was panning through the crowd, and wow, a lot of people that I'm like, wow, they're at Blue Öyster Cult shows. It's just like grandma,
Wow.
grandpa, stuff. It's
Well, when did they hit?
mid 70s, really? Early mid 70s.
Don't Fear the Reaper. When did that come out? That's their biggest.
That's like 75.
Reaper.
A big resurgence on this song because of the SNL cowbell bit.
Of course.
Which I spoke to Eric about, which was very funny. 78, that was?
76.
76.
So that's 38 years ago.
It was pretty goddamn funny, man. He said he was just sitting at home watching SNL when that bit came on. And it says, behind the music, Blue Öyster Cult. And he said he just ducked his head and went, oh, they're going to fucking tear us apart. I don't even know what this is. And then they had him in it was Will Ferrell in the black leather suit with a big gut.
Right.
Playing the cowbell. Ding, 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 ding. So he found it very funny, but he thought they were going to just, destroy him. And he said now that he's got to talk about that fucking cowbell thing all the time.
That's awesome. I'm sure he doesn't mind.
I'm sure
that gave them a little resurgence.
Yeah,
a little bit, right?
It did.
Probably led to a few downloads for "Don't Fear the Reaper."
Few downloads, few gigs.
Probably got some nice pocket money off that SNL.
Yeah. It was cool though. They sounded good. Played all the hits. And me and my brother Joe know the band pretty well as far as their music goes. So even when they go a little deep on those cuts, I'm like, this is a great song.
Veterans of the 1,000 Psychic Wars?
Stuff like that.
All right.
Astronomy. ETI, Flaming Telepaths.
Wow, you do go deep. Yes, this one I know.
It was.
This was almost a hit.
It was good, though.
Öyster Cult.
Well, they had Burnin' For You was a big one.
That was a huge song.
That was a big one for when MTV first.
Early MTV shit.
Early MTV, that was heavy rotation right there.
Right. Nice guys?
Yeah, I really only hung out with Eric, but, and really nice enough guy. Lives amazingly close to me on Long Island.
How close? A couple miles?
Real close, yeah.
Even closer than a couple miles?
You could walk there.
You could walk to his house from your house?
Yeah. Wow. He lives very close.
Will you be knocking on his door?
We discussed hanging out, yeah.
Oh, he'll probably come over for one of your parties.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, this was a pretty sound hit for them back in the early 80s.
This is probably,
it was a lot of fun.
It's probably 80, 81, right? This song?
Right when MTV started up, because this was one of the songs with Pat Benatar and the Buggles, and one of the heavy rotation songs. That was good. I had friends and family up also. A lot of fucking people who just had a pisser out to dinner. You might see Big A joining us for dinner right over there.
Big A is part of your crew now?
Big A, yeah,
part of the crew. Your,
Why not?
Traveling crew?
Why not? Got tax cunts over there, and fucking Dennis, Fred from Brooklyn, and
not our Dennis.
Frank. No, not Falcone, who would absolutely be welcome to come to one of these. Absolutely. The fun never stops when Denny Falcone's around.
You could probably tell us a little something about Blue Öyster Cult, too, I'm sure.
I bet he could. But
that's okay.
Did you know they went by the name Soft White Underbelly when touring locally around? And a lot of fun and hijinks at the blackjack table with those guys. They play a lot of poker, though, too. And I played a little bit of poker. And there was a fan, I guess, sitting across because he kept every time a black guy would win, he kept humming "Highway to Hell" to me.
Oh, no kidding!
And started laughing.
Can we hear "Highway to Hell" again?
I knew
for a reference point
exactly what he meant, and
you got that, E-Rock?
Wow, that's so racist.
God, I never heard it that way
now
before.
Now it's not hearable.
The good old N-word.
Yeah.
The good old N-word.
Good old. Something apparently Justin Bieber is a big fan of using in his what excuses for jokes, his so-called joke.
Is it an old video, though?
That is.
Yeah, he was 15.
And he's apologizing for this?
You don't grow out of that, though.
You don't.
How great is the apology now that we've kind of...
Exposed it for what it is.
Exposed it for what it was, what it is, what it was, whatever, yeah. So what, he told a racist joke as a teenager? Who cares?
It was the oldest...
Don't we all tell racist jokes?
Yeah, and it was the typical teenager racist joke.
It really was.
Is it a bad joke?
Now, honestly, did you laugh when you heard it?
When I was 15?
No, like, I played the video just yesterday when I saw this, and I didn't know what the joke was. So when I heard it, I admit I did chuckle because it was ridiculous. And
have you ever heard this one?
That word, no.
You never heard that joke before?
I never heard that joke before.
Let's hear this. This is Justin Bieber from what, about 5-6 years ago, probably?
Yeah.
All right. Warning contains language some viewers may find offensive. Justin Bieber being racist on YouTube.
Father's Day. That's just mean.
They missed the setup for that joke.
I know
Father's
what that
Day is
was.
the punchline.
Yeah.
Well, we know that joke.
The most confusing day in the ghetto, I think, is what the right.
That's just straight. Why are black people afraid of chainsaws? Don't even say it. Don't say
Run, nigga, nigga, nigga. You can say motorcycle too.
Oh, Jesus.
Who cares?
See, he made the sound of a chainsaw.
God, who gives a fuck?
But he used bad language.
So did he have to apologize?
He did apologize, I believe.
He did?
So this is becoming a joke. We're never going to go 10 days without an apology. 10 days.
We could literally make it 5 days.
How many were over the weekend? And how many apologies that we didn't even talk about when we were away for a week?
Yeah.
There were at least 4 or 5 while we were gone.
Yeah, at least probably more like 6.
And then I think there's at least 2 or 3 over the weekend.
Did you go for tattoo removal? Because you're so embarrassed by
Jack
the guy
White?
that you have tattooed on your arm.
Hold on. Let's do the Justin Bieber one first, and then we'll move on to Jack White. Bieber apologizes for racist joke in years old video. Justin Bieber has apologized for a racist joke heard during a 5-year-old video clip of the singer that was widely circulated online. Okay, we heard it. Calling the comment a reckless and immature mistake. In the clip, we heard that. TMZ reporter got the video 4 years ago, but decided against posting it then because of Bieber's age and because he immediately told his friends what he did was stupid. It was reportedly shot backstage at a promotional event. So TMZ now feels like they should put it out there?
Right.
I think it's odd that TMZ decides what they're going to put and not put out there based on who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. What's her name? That fat cook woman there.
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen.
You know, Paula Deen uses the word fucking 30 years prior.
Right.
And gets in big trouble for it. So who cares if he was 15 there? It was years ago.
Well, that's what this news site TMZ is sitting there thinking, well, Justin Bieber is hot right now. We don't want people who love Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is good for business. Loving Bieber is good for business. Now, it's better for business to not love Justin Bieber.
Well, here's the apology as we once again try to go 10 lousy days on the Opie and Anthony show without an apology. Just not going to happen. Bieber, through a representative, released a statement to The Hollywood Reporter addressing the matter.
Oh.
As a kid, I didn't understand the power of certain words and how they can hurt.
Power?
Words hurt.
Words hurt.
Words hurt people.
They do.
I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but didn't realize at the time that it wasn't funny and that, in fact, my actions were continuing the ignorance. Yuck. It's a joke.
I love catchphrases, ignorance, actions, diversity, blah, blah.
Thanks to friends and family, I learned from my mistakes and grew up and apologized for those wrongs.
Oh.
Now that these mistakes from the past have become public, I need to apologize again to all those I have offended. I'm very sorry.
Is he deeply sorry?
Just very.
Oh, that's not fucking good
Not
enough.
good. He should have went with deeply.
Good enough. You got to be deeply.
I take my friendships with people of all cultures very seriously, and I apologize for offending or hurting anyone with my childish and inexcusable mistake. I was a kid then, and I'm a man now.
Really? That's
who knows my
debatable.
responsibility to the world and to not make that mistake again. Ignorance has no place in our society. It's ignorance.
Sure does. It's the fucking backbone of our society.
Of course it is.
Stupidity and ignorance.
Ignorance, it's a joke.
I don't get it.
It's a joke's a joke.
It's a joke.
I don't think there's ignorance there.
Right.
Like I said, I was at Bob Kelly's kids' party yesterday, and what do you think was happening?
A lot of jokes.
There was a whole table of comics there. You had the Dan Soder, you had the Gary Goldman, you had the Keith Robinson, the Colin Quinn, the Jim Norton. Who else? Morgan Murphy, who's hilarious, a hilarious writer. Who's the guy that does the podcast with Bobby? Louise.
Gomez.
Yeah. He was there, and the racial jokes were flying.
Of course.
Everyone was just having fun and joking and beating the shit out of each other. That's what you do.
Was anyone hurt because of the words?
A lot of people were hurt, Anthony.
Man.
Yes.
I feel bad about that. I should deeply apologize for something.
They were putting their heinies in the ice that were, icing down the sodas and the beer.
I'm being butthurt.
They were butthurt. They were so butthurt they had to put their fannies in the ice.
That's a shame.
Oh, God. There's not. I don't think ignorance goes with jokes.
No.
Do you?
No, you fucking. It's part of what it is. It's a joke.
Bieber continues, ignorance has no place in our society, and I hope the sharing of my faults can prevent others from making the same mistake in the future. I thought long and hard about what I wanted to say.
How long do you need to apologize?
But telling the truth is always what's right. 5 years ago, I made a reckless and immature mistake, and I'm grateful to those close to me who helped me learn those lessons as a young man. Once again, I'm sorry. Oh, our society sucks. Why can't you just say, hey, man, I was 15 years old. How old is he? I don't even know.
I guess 20 then.
20-ish?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And so I just went for a joke. Some people were offended. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
Yeah. People are offended. That's
Don't
what happens.
start saying you learned and this and that.
Well, an apology has to contain not just the apology now. It has to contain this, your explanation for having learned from such a horrid thing that you did.
Right.
So you got to say, I'm sorry, and then say, but look, I learned, and this is now something I understand.
Well, he hangs out with a lot of homies now, right? I bet you the homies around him don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
He told a racist joke.
Peck a wood, crack a head.
You don't give a fuck.
He's paying their bills. Like, of course they don't care.
Yeah.
Right. So there you go. There's the first apology for today.
There we go. One away.
Cross that out. And then we move on to Jack White. You know what? I don't even know why he apologized.
I said the same thing.
Oh, you did?
I have no idea
and I'll
what
tell you
this
why,
is even
because
about.
this apology thing is getting so ridiculous. There used to be a time when someone apologized and went, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
Now it's like people, I can't be bothered. I really don't know why Jack White's apologizing.
No clue.
I know the Black Keys, his old bandmate Meg, he's apologizing to those people, but I don't even know for what.
Well, the Black Key, it was... the Black Keys story.
Black Keys
was the one that came out, I think, when he was getting divorced.
Well, I don't know the Black Keys story.
Oh, he said that he didn't want his kids in the same school as the Black Keys kids. I believe is the story.
And he has to apologize for that?
Why?
Well,
why didn't he want his kids with the Black Keys kids?
He doesn't like them.
So what's wrong with that?
He doesn't want to have to interact with them as parents.
Yeah.
So why does he have to apologize for that?
Now there's hip hop beef between the Black Keys and the White Stripes.
There's hip hop beef?
Right.
Wow, you know where that could go.
All right. Black Keys kids assholes?
I don't know for sure.
Escalates pretty quickly.
But then he also went in Rolling Stone. And it was kind of, I mean, he wasn't really taking shots at people. He said in his apology, he said that he was being too industry familiar.
What does that mean?
You know, like he was, like his quote about Meg White was...
Should I just read this whole thing?
The apology is long. The reason for the apology is long. It's all very convoluted.
Jack White apologizes to Black Keys, Meg White, in detailed letter. Jack White doesn't want to feud with anyone right now. The rocker issued a long statement on his website Saturday, apologizing for comments he made about the Black Keys, Meg White, and others in the current Rolling Stone cover story, and attempting to explain the context in which he made the comments. Oh, my God.
Right.
I would love to know what's up with the Black Keys kids. Are they the weirdos?
I don't know if the kids are assholes.
The Black Keys have weirdo kids?
Are they dirty?
They may have the stinky kid.
Stinky kids?
Not sure.
Lice?
Bad
What's going
habits.
on?
Could just be an ugly thing. Maybe he doesn't want ugly kids.
Ringworm?
Oh.
Nits?
Nits?
Do they have nits?
Oh, I hope they don't have head lice.
Uh-oh. I'm going to go with the weirdos. They're the weirdo kids.
Weirdos.
Pick their nose and eat it.
Ew.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my kids hanging out with those kids either.
Turn their eyelids upside down, make meatball eyes.
And then eat their boogers too?
Their boogers.
White began by saying that he felt forced to discuss his private opinions because through the actions of lawyers trying to villainize me in a private legal scenario, my private letters were made public for reasons I still don't understand. During his divorce from ex-wife Karen Elson, private emails were leaked that revealed White bad-mouthing the Black Keys, saying that they ripped him off, and White elaborated on those opinions during his interview with Rolling Stone.
That's when he was being industry-friendly?
Black Keys ripped off Jack White?
Familiar?
And the White Stripes? Which band? Did the Black Keys sound like Jack White stuff?
In the way that a lot of bands sound like Jack White stuff.
That's true.
Well, then he's got something...
He's got something to say, right?
Got some beef.
But you can't,
What's wrong with saying that?
It's industry familiar.
It's right. It's industry familiar.
Jack White's such an original that it would be pretty obvious if somebody else is, kind of taking his sound.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think so, but I think a lot of people are taking it.
I wish the band, the Black Keys, all the success that they can get, he said in his new statement. I hope the best for their record label, who has such a proud history in music, and in their efforts to bring the Black Keys songs to the world. I hope for massive success also for their producer and songwriter, Danger Mouse, and for the other musicians that their band employs. Lord knows that I could tell you myself how hard it is to get people to pay attention to a two-piece band with a plastic guitar. So any attention that the Black Keys can get in the world, I wish it for them. And I hope their record stays in the top 10 for many more months and they have many more successful albums in their career.
That child is a mess-killing child.
Something was said where Jack White's worried about a massive lawsuit. That's the only reason he's saying what he just said there. Right?
Yeah.
White also apologized to the artists he appeared to dismiss in his explanation of how certain acts open up a market for a certain style. White said that he attempted to avoid giving a no-comment answer to Rolling Stone because he thought it would sound petty, but ended up making comments that should have been reserved for shop talk among producers, engineers, and managers. You're just not allowed, like we have said for a long time now, to give your opinion on anything.
No, but everyone wants it. Like, everyone wants your opinion.
Right.
They ask you for it and everything. But then when you give it, it's terrible and you should be just exiled.
Right. No one's going to talk. Eventually, no one's going to talk.
Nope.
I wish no slight to the talents of Winehouse, Duffy, Lana Del Rey, and Adele, he explained on Saturday, all of whom are wonderful performers with amazing voices. Well, one might not be a wonderful performer.
By the way, could I just
an amazing
add...
voice at this point. What?
Could I just add, I still have no idea why he's apologizing.
Do you want to hear the quote?
I'm getting there.
Are you?
As to his actor? No, the quote is apologizing
I folded this in half. I'm halfway done.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do now. I have their records, and I hope for more success for them all as the years go on. They deserve all they've gotten. And I also would love to state that I personally find it inspiring to have powerful, positive female voices speaking out and creating at all times in the mainstream. And all of those singers do just that, so I thank them. But he doesn't believe this, because he trashed them.
I can tell you what he said.
What?
Unless is it in there, what he said, or is that just...
What he said about the Broads?
Yeah.
Well, the Broads all sound kind of alike. There's kind of a style there. Winehouse and Duffy and Adele, certainly.
Yeah.
I don't know Lana Del Rey's music's not so much.
There's definitely an Amy Winehouse vibe to it.
So it became a thing.
Right, that's what he's saying.
A thing?
A thing.
It's a thing.
Became a thing.
He said that, what's her name, Amy Winehouse,
right,
was kind of, she didn't invent soul, but she popularized that style for this time.
She brought it back,
and then
strong.
And then he said Duffy and Lana Del Rey and Adele popped up.
Pat? Right.
And not...
Oh.
No. And then...
Pat Duffy's abroad?
And then he said that... he said that's the same thing with the Black Keys getting popular once the White Stripes faded away. Meaning that the Black Keys said, oh, the White Stripes, that sounds cool, I can make music like that.
Right.
As opposed to actually being original.
Right.
You see, that's what he's really.
But who was Jack White's influence? Because that's the problem with music. Everyone is influenced, and then hopefully you don't become a cover band and you do your own thing or whatever, right?
Yeah. The blues, I guess, would be his influence.
All right, so.
But the blues
where would he be without the blues?
But the blues weren't popular at the time, meaning Jack White didn't be like, oh, that's cool right now, I can do that too.
The blues have always been popular, sir.
Well, they're not...
Always have been popular.
They're not selling out stadiums.
Well, those guys did very well for themselves, and every band since has has a little taste of the blues.
But there's a big difference between hearing a band on the radio and being like, yeah, I can make a band that sounds like that, and being inspired.
But my point is that Jack White was also inspired.
Yes, but not by what was popular
Unless
then.
the Black Keys are the Black Keys original, even though they sound sort of like the White Stripes. Are they sort of doing their own thing? Because that's the key.
Do they have the whiny singer?
They're not just White Stripes ripoffs. They have originality to them. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
See, if you're in the arts, you're influenced by people, but then you got to make it your own.
Sure.
You have to, or you're just considered a ripoff. Right. Well, Howard's a dick. For real, he's just a dick because a lot of people I was not influenced by Howard Stern. People think I was, but a lot of people listened to Howard growing up and then went on and did their own fucking thing. But Howard insists that every single person that talks into a microphone is ripping him off. That's why he's a dick.
It's true.
There certainly are people that probably try to do exactly what Howard was doing, sure, but not every single broadcaster. You
every
idiot.
One of them.
That's why he's a cocksucker. Anyway, we continue here. White also attempted to clarify his comments about former White Stripes drummer and ex-wife Meg White, whom he described to Rolling Stone as extremely emotionally reserved, saying she's one of those people who won't high-five me when I get the touchdown. What does that mean?
He said that he said that, and then he said she viewed me that way of, oh, big deal, you did it, so what?
Okay.
Like when something really good happened, she'd be like, okay, so what? As opposed to somebody being supportive and being like, oh, that's awesome.
But she's one of those, she's a weirdo. She's like scared of her own shadow.
Well, they said, do you still talk to Meg? And he said, I don't think anyone talks to Meg. She's always been kind of a hermit.
Wow.
When I lived in Detroit, I'd have to drive over to her house if I wanted to talk to her. So now it's almost never.
How did they get together?
Well, they were married.
They were married.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they must have been doing some of that fucking, right?
She sounds like a weirdo.
Yeah.
So she probably hated him while they were having all that success. So why is she going to high-five him?
I guess that's a good point.
I mean, weren't they divorced by the time the band hit?
Yeah.
But they were stuck because they're like, holy shit, this is working.
Right.
So why the fuck would your ex-wife high-five you ever? Have you ever high-fived your ex?
Oh, boy. To high-five with the closed fist.
He wants high-fives from his ex. That's so stupid.
That is a little much.
They probably went their separate ways as soon as the show ended.
Yeah.
I guess it's not really just your bandmate giving you a high five.
Right, it's your ex-wife.
Yeah. Not supportive.
You know how hard she was hitting the drum kick because she hated him?
Your hermit ex-wife, no, she's probably not going to give you a high five.
Wow, he was really looking for something that probably...
I would imagine that Meg
anyway.
White is actually giving a lot of high fives, just not to her ex-husband.
No. Ex-wives are not usually very supportive.
Man, this Jack White is a weirdo. I love his music, too. I'm right there with Sam. I love almost everything. I would say everything I've heard from him I like.
Yeah.
But he's a strange dude, man. Meg White,
weird.
who I also talked about to Rolling Stone about our working conversations, or lack thereof, is, of course, a musician I've personally championed for 15 years, he wrote. She is a strong female presence in rock and roll, and I was not intending to slight her either, only to explain how hard it was for us to communicate with our very different personalities. And the fact that they were divorced.
Yeah.
Was she getting some of the money from the divorce? How did that work, you think?
Oh, that's a good question. So she was getting her share and then also half of his share.
Why would he want a high five at that point?
I wouldn't want to see her.
Right.
He's getting 3/4 of the White Stripes money.
This got blown out of proportion and made into headlines, and somehow I looked like I was picking on her. I would never publicly do that to someone I love so dearly, and there are mountains of interviews where my words are very clear on how important I think she is to me and to music. So, I like Anthony, I have no idea what this is about.
Very vague topic.
Why is he guilt-ridden?
Yeah.
So he did an article for Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah, that's
and
where
he
all these
spoke
quotes
his
are coming
mind.
from. Yeah.
So that's what Rolling Stone's looking for, and that's what artists used to do and used to be cool with. They're like, all right, I'm going to just speak my mind here. Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
But now I guess because of this weird apology world we live in, you're uber paranoid, and then you have to go back and explain everything.
Explain your hurtful words.
What if you told your ex-wife that you... no, we're going to tell everybody we're brother and sister. High five.
Let's do that. High five.
High five.
High five.
He wants high fives from his ex.
No, Jack, I'm not giving you a high five.
Don't leave me hanging. High five. High five.
You think there were a lot of don't leave me hanging?
A lot of don't leave me hanging.
and then she mumbled something under her breath like,
Yeah.
I fucking hate your guts.
High five.
Why is this band so successful? I
Everybody's
just want to be
loving-
a hermit, meaning I want to be away from you.
Everybody's loving the Lego video, Meg. High five.
High five.
Leave me hanging, Meg. Don't do that to me, Meg.
Leave me hanging.
We got a 43-year-old on the line.
Oh.
Let's say hi to John on Long Island. John.
Hey, yeah.
You know what? Maybe because I'm 43, a divorced white father, I have no fucking clue who the white or the Black Keys are. I couldn't tell you one song they sing. I know Jack White, but I mean, compare and contrast. I couldn't even tell you.
I got to tell you, the Black Keys are one of those bands that I know about, but I really don't really listen to their music for whatever reason. And they're fucking very successful. Here's a little Black Keys for you, John.
Right?
All right.
That's the White Spirit.
See, you can hear the Jack White in it.
Oh, yeah, there's a major Jack White influence here.
Yeah.
Well, I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true. But baby, I'm calling for you. All right. There's something wrong with this plot. The actors here have not got.
Just turned an N-bomb. What happened?
You like this hit?
It's, I think it's in too many commercials for me to like, right? Isn't this song in a few commercials for things?
Video games, cars.
Yeah.
It was a huge hit for the Black Keys.
Oh, yeah.
But I only know this song, and I wouldn't know another one, I don't think.
I could hear a little influence.
A little bit.
I don't know who guy gets into a studio, listens to such a distortion on the bass, and is like, yeah, that's good. But it is good, you know. I just don't know. Who would think that's good?
Here's another one for cell phones and cars.
Yep.
I like it. Let's go to Don in North Carolina.
It's quirky music. Yeah, come on.
Come on. Really hear it in the vocals.
Come on.
Yeah, it's that distortion that Jack White's known for.
Yeah.
That southern twangy.
Yeah. High, whiny voice. Yeah.
Go ahead, Don.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, this Jack White guy needs to just calm down a little bit. I mean, he did a cover of Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
What does it mean? It's like the best cover of that song ever.
You're a little biased. I think
Why
you're
do you
a
say
little biased.
that?
Well, you got his name tattooed on your arm.
Yeah, Jack White. Jack White goes deep into the blues, man. So, I mean, he's influenced.
Yeah.
Anthony.
So the Black Keys were influenced by the White Stripes, I guess.
It's just a little close, you know?
Yeah, but they...
To be like, oh, we're a rock band, let's be
But they
influenced
came
by
up
the
with-
last good rock band.
They came up with really good songs and made it their own, though. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yes, sir?
You had a good weekend. You get your new Escalade yet?
Not yet. I get it in, I think, 2 weeks.
Have you seen that new commercial for Cadillac's Escalade?
Yes, I have.
What's the new commercial about?
Did you like the ending?
Because the black couple pulls up to their nice house in their nice Escalade?
With their white butler?
With the white butler.
They have a white butler?
Of course. It's 2014.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
thanks, buddy.
Yes. Didn't go unnoticed at the Cumia household.
What about Alfred? Alfred's a white butler.
Yeah, but it's fucking Batman.
That's right.
Exactly.
Can't have a black butler.
Hells no.
He'll steal all that cool shit.
Shit. And the black guy
fuck.
was the guy that invented all that cool shit, though.
Thank God I'm a teenager. I can say stuff like
Right.
that. 5 years from now, I'm going to have to apologize.
Your hurtful words.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we play some Black Keys into the break?
You son of a bitch.
Let's play one of those two songs. Or you want to play some White Stripes?
That's what I would prefer.
All right, hold on, man. It is a
thing.
Jack White thing.
Same
so.
thing.
We have any more apologies, or is that it?
I think those were the two biggies this weekend.
Over the weekend.
I saw a few minor apologies from people that...
Like what?
I think people try to get popular now by apologizing
for
things.
something?
Yeah, some real low-level people. Twitter celebrities.
Who are some of those Twitter celebrities?
Me.
You're a Twitter celebrity?
You. Yeah.
Are we Twitter celebrities?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I got a little bit of flack for my little joke I made last night.
Which one?
Oh, the Alice from the Brady Bunch.
You're a huge Brady Bunch fan, though.
I know, but people got a little mad.
That was funny.
What'd you say?
Well,
That's an old reference.
I did that, and I said, Florence, for the win, please.
Oh, wow. That's
See,
hilarious.
Because
that's funny.
I read X over Alice because she just recently died yesterday. And Mr. Brady, who is also deceased.
Right.
And now Florence Henderson would make it tic-tac-toe 3 in a row.
Right.
Like if she died, you would win.
Then I win.
Yes.
The Brady Bunch death tic-tac-toe game. Yeah. Hey. What is that, entertainment?
That's Hollywood Squares.
Oh, that's old. That's new Hollywood Squares.
It's probably 80s Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Should we call Barry Williams today?
Yeah, get his comments.
All right, we can do that after the break. We're going to cold call Barry Williams today.
Here's, let me see, maybe, is this? Poor Bill's dead.
Nope. No, too happy. Nice. Nope.
That's what happened. Alice was wearing the tiki when she went to take a piss.
What'd she fall on her head?
Fell on her noggin.
And then got what? A little of that blood on the brain thing?
At that age.
Nowhere for the blood to go. It's
At
a
that
problem.
age, what are you going to do?
She was 88, I believe.
She.
Nope.
See, the music of her doom. Oh, it's over. End credits. Roll credits on Alice.
Where's the sad one?
Poor Alice. And Ann B. Davis has the corpse. I thought there was a sad one, right?
It's the one that goes do 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 do.
Oh, that's very nice. No, I don't have any sad ones.
We used to have sad ones.
I know.
Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose.
That's what she said. She said, "Hey, you guys, ow, my head." Poor woman. Well, adios, funny lady.
She was living with a pastor and his wife.
She was heavy religious.
Yeah. We learned that almost cult-like, right?
Mm.
The 88-year-old was reportedly healthy and even walked downstairs to say goodnight before going to bed. It was a freak accident.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that sucks. She was in really good health for her age. She said she hit her head and suffered a subdural hematoma during a rough fall in a bathroom on Saturday and never woke up.
Old people just need fucking like crazy gum on their shoes. Walking around the bathroom, slipping and sliding all over the place with their graham cracker hips. Fucking eggshell skulls.
Hey, man, for all the inventors out there, you got to figure out how to make bathrooms safer. Go on Shark Tank with that shit.
Yeah.
Bathrooms are so fucking dangerous.
Just water, slippery tile, and pointy things.
Right.
That really is a hazard.
You would think, we would have figured that out by now.
Yeah.
Man.
Make everything round and foamy.
Bathtubs are just horribly slippery and
so slippery.
And there's so many hard things you could bang into.
Corners.
You catch yourself by
edges.
Having your arm hit the side of the tub, snapping your arm. Just crazy.
Things hanging off the walls, towel racks and fucking tissue paper things.
Right.
It's just a barrage of obstacles.
Why haven't we figured that one out yet?
A safe bathroom.
I'm like, let's put down a bath mat. That should take care of the situation.
The bath mat. So you step off of that
right
onto slippery tile. Right. Holy shit!
Because we're all just dripping water. Because what happens is like, okay, well, I'm on the bath mat, so everything's okay. And then you walk out and you're still dripping.
Why tile? It's easier to clean.
Right. And then you're like, oh wait, I forgot something in the bathroom. Wow! Boom! Fucking in your head.
You're fucking done.
Took out Alice. What the fuck? Took out Alice.
The floors should definitely be the traction floors, like where you get a lot of traction.
Why haven't they figured out? I guess it's hard to clean, is what it comes down to.
But what do you want? Easier to clean or fucking dead Alice?
Yeah.
So you need that.
But if someone figures out something there, you're going to be a multimillionaire.
And then everything needs to be recessed into the walls.
Unless Mr. Wonderful has to give you a talking to.
I'll take 60% of the company.
Right. Well, that's a great idea, but I want 92% of the company.
Right.
And you got 10 seconds to say yes or no. That guy's a dick.
What an asshole he is.
He's a shark, not an asshole.
No, he's a dick.
Douche.
He's a shark dick.
A shark dick douche.
And you had him on and you let him off easy, sir.
You did.
You're good at the interview, but you let off Mr. Wonderful a little too easy.
He insulted the Dollar Shave Club when he was on.
Yeah, I know.
See?
which is a wonderful, wonderful company.
Yeah, what? He didn't see the viability of the...
By the way, I ran out of razors.
Uh-oh.
That's what sucks with sponsors. You get really into them, and then they like go away, and then now what?
They forget about
I don't
you.
even know how to do it. All I know is that we were getting free razors because of those people, and they're wonderful.
Yeah.
They really are.
You know, you could just spend the $1.
Is that all it is?
That's why it's called Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah.
It's only $1 a month?
Yeah, it's around there.
Well,
Oh, what a dumb business. How are you going to make money off?
I think it's a little more
getting
than
only
that.
$1 a month from your
I think it's a little more
customers.
than that.
Maybe it's a few dollars.
I'm not even
Few
kidding. Do we have any laying around?
Look, you can get the cheapo plan for $1 a month.
That's
No,
what
I-
sends you a razor.
No, that's the razor that rips up your face.
No, I'm sure it's a wonderful product.
The one that we were getting is the $6 a month razor.
That's pretty cheap.
I ran out of razors recently. I don't know if... Oh, it's because we were on vacation. That's why you guys didn't get to see this wonderful thing I
Oh,
did.
no. What did you have?
I needed a shave. I had no razors around, so I went for a cheap razor that I think my wife uses for her legs.
Oh, the one blade kind of a...
I think it did have two.
Oh.
It did have the two blades. And I dry shaved it, and my face... You could dry shave if you have a day or two, but if you're pushing close to a week, dry shaving is
just
probably
feels like you're pulling the hair
Yes,
out.
yes. When I was done, I should have fucking taken a picture of this. I don't know why I didn't.
Jesus.
I was bleeding from all over the place. Not just little spotty blood,
fuck?
like it was running down my chin, especially around my chin area.
Yeah.
It looked like I had like major acne when it finally kind of like dried up.
Why did you dry shave?
Nah, because I dry shave a lot.
Why?
If you got a good blade, dry shaving is quick and easy.
Throw a little foam on there.
I know. But I had marks all over, mostly my chin, like I was like 13 and getting acne for the first time.
Sticking little pieces of toilet paper all over your
all
face.
that.
Did you have the little toilet paper?
Oh yeah, all that shit.
That's great.
The guy who played Greg Brady is on the Today Show and actually looks just like Alice now. Wait, Barry's in town?
Let's find out.
He's on the Today Show.
He's a big get today, this Barry
Oh, he
Williams.
is a huge get today.
Very big get.
One of the surviving Bradys.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Huh?
I don't know. They're searching for some missing kid. I don't think he... Did Greg Brady snatch a kid? what happened?
All right, well...
Maybe he'll pop on later.
They probably already did the interview with him.
I saw Peter Brady on a commercial for Bosley hair stuff this morning.
He got some
when I
hair
was
done?
leaving. Yeah, I guess so. He was like, hey, I'm,
How'd it work out with that?
What's his name?
That chick of his? They get divorced or were they still married?
No, they're very much divorced.
Oh.
Did not work out.
Did she not high-five him when episodes of the Brady Bunch came on? No support when he sang A Time to Change? She didn't high-five?
Jack White wanted high fives
from his ex-wife. He's a psychopath.
He doesn't understand how things work.
What a nut.
A woman scorned, remember, Jack?
Of course.
A woman scorned.
He seemed to have forgotten that.
And you want high fives.
Yeah. We got
When
Joey
would the high
Fatone.
five happen, you think? After, like, what?
Like
after a good sad,
big hit song.
Maybe a big hit song, like they're reminded of, oh, that's right, man.
Yeah, probably. I mean, when Fell in Love with a Girl hit, I'm
come on.
sure he wanted a high five from that.
Come on.
That's true.
Come on, up top. Up top. Up top. Come on, up top.
His voice sounds like that, too.
Well, because it's Putty. Putty was looking for high fives at the car dealership. Right. Come on. High five.
High five.
Look at the jacket.
A pen in my face. Support the team.
All right, we're going to break. Going to go in a commercial with somewhat Jack White.
Oh.
Maybe the latest song. I like that thing a lot. It's not getting a lot of airplay because there's not a lot of rock stations left.
Right.
What's it called?
I don't know the name. The one you turned us on to, Sam. The latest one.
Lazaretto.
Lazaretto.
Okay, hang on.
We'll play this for the people and we'll continue. You got it, E-Rock? Or...
Yeah, I got it.
All right, hit it.
I don't know what that was.
They got like fill-in hosts and stuff, so he must be back out there. Let's get Guy Fieri back on
Take
the
a
show.
look. Maybe you can Put more food on your head.
This is going to really hurt Sam. There's a guy named Panster, looks like, on Twitter. He writes, thanks to Opie Radio, I just learned that one of my favorite White Stripes songs is actually the Black Keys.
Maybe he has a valid point when people don't even know. You know?
That's probably why it irked him.
Yeah.
Too many people came up to him and said, man, I love that song. And then he's like, that's the fucking Black Keys, you asshole.
Yeah.
And then he looked around the room for a high five, and no one was with him on that. So why would you want who wants a high five?
Yeah.
High fives are overrated.
I guess he wanted one.
Know who likes doing high fives? 2-year-olds. They love the high five.
2-year-olds?
2-year-olds. They love it. Everyone else, not so much.
Yeah.
What do you get out of a high five?
Camaraderie.
Do you?
Kudos.
We've never high-fived. You know how many great fucking things we've said on this show? We've never high-fived each other.
You break Elizabeth Hasselbeck's hand.
Yeah, that
too sorry, E-Rock. E-Rock appreciates a good high five.
Yeah.
I
Rock
forgot.
and roll.
Rock and roll. Did you hear that, Sam?
No.
Oh, good. I'm going to repeat it. There's a guy, his name's Panster on Twitter. He writes or tweets. Where is he? Fuck. Wow, I get a lot of mentions. I should start reading some of these. Where the fuck did it go? Is that what happens? Oh my God, I got like another 100 mentions. I can't read all these tweets. Panster writes, thanks to Opie Radio, I just learned that one of my favorite White Stripes songs is actually the Black Keys.
He has a point.
Now we understand why he needs high fives.
Right.
Okay.
Look.
I'm obsessed with Jack White and his high five.
He's hugely influential. When somebody's that influential and has that kind of success, for somebody next to him not to give him a high five or to leave him hanging, as it were, is unacceptable.
Embarrassing.
That movie, Chef, looks horrible.
It's actually good.
You saw it?
Yep.
Did you talk to that guy too, right?
John Favreau.
Why did you see that? Because you were going to talk to John Favreau?
Yeah, because I was interviewing John Favreau.
Was it good?
It was actually really good.
John Favreau.
I apologize. But then again, when you see... Oh, I apologized.
Public apology. Make
Deeply?
no...
Not deeply. Certainly not.
Right.
When you see a commercial for a movie, they all look bad. They just don't know how to make commercials for movies.
Yeah.
They all look really bad, or they have to give away the entire movie to make it look good.
They just look dull.
They do, right?
Yeah.
What is The Chef about?
It's about a chef who gets first, John Favreau is just genius because he cast his ex-wife.
Godzilla did really well at the box office this weekend.
Could he get the high five there?
Still going strong at $12.2 million.
I didn't really enjoy the Godzilla.
You saw it?
Yeah.
You saw the Godzilla?
I did see the Godzilla.
When?
In fact,
wait, hold on a minute.
Food Network's Diners, Triple D, Chef Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
All right. Okay, before we do anything, I want to get out this cake. No.
E-Rock, that's a reference to what you did.
One of the most talked about things I've ever seen. I mean, I got back to California, people still talking about the cake.
The cake.
About the crazy cake lady? Well, I'm not going to call her crazy. It was my birthday.
How about you give us a plug, you asshole?
I did.
Plug all your shitty stuff. You can't plug our radio
But
show.
let me tell you this. So we're going to go from the crazy cake to this wonderful,
E-Rock's the crazy cake lady.
Danger Dogs with bacon and beer.
What we're going to do is
That's how you
job
top
to
the
be
cake.
a chef and to partner up with the team from Miller Lite. And they said, can you make us some recipes? Can we do some? So we came up with these 20 great recipes, actually more to come. And it's just like when you're cooking and you're grilling, how can you enjoy the beer, cook with the beer, put it all together? Now, this is called a Danger Dog. I don't know if you've ever tried this.
Everything is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Everything about him is dangerous.
And the key here is
A danger
cooking off the
dog.
bacon a bit. Right. Those toothpicks for me right there.
Look at that.
We hit the
It's a hot
toothpick
dog
into it.
stuffed, wrapped in
Right there. No, we gotta
bacon.
go to the end.
This is the most
This is dangerous.
This is really, this is the culinary
grill.
best.
Yeah.
Inside the dog.
Doesn't matter what kind of dog. You can use a turkey dog if you want, and if you go to the end of the bacon, that's all right. I didn't explain it. Yeah. You thought the cake was going to be hitting you. Take this, stuffed with the jalapeno, any kind of flavors you want.
Making a churro on the grill this week.
Danger dog. Dogs going for you here. I've got some mango.
E-Rock, knock that whole grill over.
Oh, man.
Let's move this way.
Look at the size of it. Look how big they get.
Yeah, it just depends on what you want. I have the diet dog. I have the danger dog.
Do you have any idea they'd get that big?
When they come that big, they stay there.
Now they're making jokes.
They're making dick jokes.
I want you to do this for me. You take the lead here.
All right.
We're going to add a little bit of oil.
What is this called?
Okay. That's hot. Don't worry about that.
It is hot.
Don't worry about it. It's hot. Don't worry, I'm here.
Mustard seed right in there.
Mustard seed, okay.
Okay. You're gonna let those seeds blossom out. There you go. Here we go. Or I'll give you this. This will be a little bit easier.
What's he making? Some fatal fries?
Get just some Dijon mustard in there, and this mustard.
High five. Talk about a high five guy.
Oh, he'll be high fiving.
Up top. Of course, you know. Now this is the one thing I do want to show you.
He's opening up a beer.
It's not how to open it, but you have to
force him down.
So what happens here?
Oh yeah,
You hit the carburetor right there, and then
speeds it up.
It pours out, so you vent it or shotgun it if you remember
that. A bunch of college kids started paying attention.
Shotgun that beer guy.
And then a little salt and pepper. A little hot sauce.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Oh my.
And then you wind up with that right there.
And that's what you end up with.
Where do you put it?
What is he making?
What is he
Down a
putting?
step further.
Beer cooking in a pot.
20 seconds.
Here we go. Hang on. Then just let me grab one of these.
Can you take a sip of that?
Get it on,
beer before
baby.
you pour
Oh,
it
danger
in?
dog. I forgot.
Danger dog.
Pop it. We've got a little bit of this mango jalapeno pineapple relish. Throw that right on top of there.
I love this.
Goes on top of that.
Look out.
One side hot dog.
They're all just talking at the same time.
Miller Lite recipes, Guy Fieri style.
Hey,
and you got
who
cold
wants a beer? Who wants a beer? There you go. Guys,
throw beers into the crowd. It sounds illegal. He just gave a beer to a 12-year-old.
That's not good.
Real deal.
I don't think he's allowed to do what he's doing.
No, I don't think so.
I think he's going to get in trouble. I think he's going to have to apologize.
That's the best hot dog I've ever had.
Best hot dog I ever had.
It's a danger dog. Of course it's good.
Of course it's good if you wrap bacon around it.
Well, you know what I want when I'm hanging out barbecuing?
What?
Just a hot dog.
Of course.
On a nice bun with some fucking mustard. He's got it. Now we wrap it. We need a pineapple chutney. Wrap it in bacon. Now put this sauce on it. That's your danger dog.
It sounds exhausting.
It does sound exhausting.
Bacon rules, though. We all know that.
Christ.
Oh, there you go. Stanley Cup. All right. Let me make this official. Because people have been waiting.
No. Hold on.
Let me make this official because people have been waiting. The Kings beat the Blackhawks in overtime to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals. It was an amazing game. Mm-hmm. So you got the Kings and the Rangers.
Yep.
I swear to you, I am going for the Kings.
I know because you despise the Rangers. You've said it throughout the entire season. You don't go for the team just because they're from the same state. You're
especially
an
in
Islander
hockey,
fan. Right?
Especially in hockey.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry for you in Los Angeles. It's certain to mean
so going
sure defeat.
LA Kings. Because hockey's a sport where you beat the shit out of each other. So then your team's out of it, and then you root for the other New York team? No.
Well, I can't even tell you how long I've been a Ranger fan, so I'm definitely pulling for the Rangers.
I see that Iraq. I see that Roland has his Rangers jersey, his Rangers T-shirt on today for the high fives in the subway.
High five.
He likes high fives.
High five.
Oh, that's right. He is a high five.
He's
guy.
a high five guy.
You think Jack White would give him a high five
up top?
Oh, him and Roland and Jack White would get along like old friends.
But Roland would have to wear like a White Stripes T-shirt or something.
Yeah, he would.
And then he would get high fives from Jack White. That would be huge, right?
It ain't gonna happen.
Is he excited that the Rangers are in it?
Yeah, he's excited. I mean, usually, even though it's not his team, because the Kings won last night, he would have worn a Kings T-shirt today.
Oh, right.
Because the Rangers didn't win last night; it was last week. But he's so excited about the Rangers that he's actually showing loyalty.
I need someone that knows more about sports than us, which probably means most of our audience.
Get some girl in here then.
How many times have the Rangers been in the Stanley Cup Finals since '94? Or is this the first time since '94? I don't know the answer to that. Where's Danny?
No, I don't think they've been not in the Stanley Cup.
So this is the first time they've been in the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yeah.
In the Stanley Cup since
20 years.
1994, and that's when we started doing radio, sir.
Yeah.
They have a whole thing in the paper 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
My bag.
First time in 20 years. Here comes Roland.
Yeah.
He's making his way down the hall. There's no way I'm going for the Rangers. Trust me on that. And most Islanders fans feel the same way I do. You don't just jump and go, let's root for the Rangers. There's no way, I'm telling you. You got some assholes that will.
I'll tell you, though, as a Yankee fan, you kind of root for the Mets when they're...
but that one's not as bad.
Really?
Not as bad. But hockey, man, I'm telling you, you just beat the shit out of each other. The chants are all about other teams' mothers and stuff. And then what?
Yeah.
You're gonna root for them because your team's out?
You don't have to hardcore root for them with the shirts and yelling and everything like that. But you could be like, yeah, I hope the Rangers win.
I'll send you the links and where to buy your T-shirts at.
Oh, yeah. I need some.
Is that a brand new Rangers T-shirt? That looks a little worn.
It is. It's
you all right?
the Morgan St. Louis T-shirt.
Are you all right? You going to buy a new one?
Yeah, they're already ordered.
For the high fives in the subway?
It says Rangers, the cup.
That's the new shirt?
Yeah, like the Rangers, like they're on the way to the cup.
What they have? Huh?
They just showed Greg Brady. They have this segment, Remembering Alice.
Right.
And they showed Greg Brady sitting there waiting to be interviewed about
on
it.
What channel?
On the Today Show.
Okay.
Up top.
You should call him during the interview.
What?
Call him during the interview, see if it would work.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, my God. That would be funny to see if his phone rings.
It's a great idea.
That'd be really funny.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, you see, you can even tell if it's on vibrate, and he goes like, huh?
He's the type of guy that wouldn't turn his phone off.
No.
That's a great idea. Uh-oh, did I call? Okay, no.
No, don't call yet.
I'm waiting.
Just have it on standby. Right when they go to him to talk about Alice, poor Alice, and B. Davis, dead.
See, really fast, Jerry on Long Island. Go ahead, Jerry.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, Jerry.
You never really root for the Mets if you're a Yankee fan. The only way you would root for the Mets if they were playing the Red Sox.
Well, yeah, and that's pretty much what I was talking about.
You would root for we'll root for the Mets, but Yankee fan, I mean, the rivalry between those Yankee fan, Met fan guys.
Yeah, but it's not crazy.
Well, the biggest rivalry in New York is Islanders and Rangers. That one is brutal, man.
Yeah.
Yes, way worse because the Mets and the Yankees don't really play it. They do now.
Yeah.
They play each other what? How many games a year?
Uh-oh, we need another girl to come in and tell us.
I think it was like 5. I think they play 5 games a year now in a league series.
5, and the Rangers are.
I think once or
Why
twice.
won't Opie and Anthony even bother talking sports?
Nah, what are you gonna do?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, right?
No, I did not. I hate that shit. I
hate it.
And I love music, but I hate that shit. Why? What did I miss?
The guy, whoever this guy Tom was, who introduced Kiss,
right?
He gave one of the best speeches for a band. Like, I guess he's a real fan of them, and he gave like a 5-minute intro to them. That was pretty badass, man.
Badass for Kiss.
Today, but
all right, we might have to play that.
We might have to wait till tomorrow. Jimmy's here.
Right.
Because I could give a flying fuck about Kiss. Holy shit.
Yeah, we could really trash Kiss today because Jimmy's not here. Let's go all in with the abuse.
I'd like to beat the members of Kiss with the other members of Kiss. Just fucking grab them and beat them.
Nice. I'd like to push them over. Yes. They could have got high heels
on their big dumb shoes. E-Rock.
Travis is saying that guy Tom is Tom Morello.
Oh, what's Tom Morello? Of Rage? Rage fame?
There you go.
We're waiting for Greg Brady to be on the Today Show.
Yeah.
And why isn't Guy Fieri on our show today?
Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
It's Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
I don't know what this R Fieri thing is.
He's coming at 10:30, so I figured you're going to leave.
So that means Sam's got him.
Sam's got him?
Bet your sweet tits.
You got him today?
Yeah, I do.
What are you going to do?
Are you going to have a danger dog?
Drink?
Do you eat danger dogs?
I don't eat.
He loves a good danger dog in his ass.
I don't eat danger dogs.
Huh?
No, I don't generally.
You don't eat hot dogs?
They're delicious.
I'll eat a hot dog. I'll eat a hot dog.
With that sans danger?
I don't need all the danger in it.
How about you let him pour some booze down your throat?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't need you to pour a can of beer on top of it. I don't need tomato, mango, pineapple relish.
What about kimchi?
Everyone's making fun, but the fact is that hot dog sounded amazing.
It did sound pretty
There's
fucking
jalapenos,
good.
there's bacon wrapped around it.
He knows how to talk up his
a
danger
pineapple,
dog.
spicy mango
my God.
salsa, whatever the hell he said.
It's everything nobody's supposed to eat.
True.
It's healthy.
Wife and daughter public
not
fight
healthy.
Get
over
fruit.
Casey Kasem. This Casey Kasem story's blowing up. I love it.
Well,
It's a big Casey feud, public fight. The police are involved.
and you hear the audio of Casey all upset?
No. No, is it bad?
Why do we have producers if we don't have the Casey Kasem audio from his wife? She called a press conference and goes, and look, this is how upset Casey is. And she held up the phone. She's a piece of shit.
No way.
And here's a legend. And really, why would you want this out there if you're protecting him and his livelihood? Because all you hear is, and she had explained that's him upset.
Oh, no. Wow, that's bad.
No one has it? If you can find it for me. It's really bad.
And now my wife arguing with my daughter. It reads, Dear Casey, why don't you drop dead and give us your money?
This guy's going to explain why I have to root for the Rangers. I'm telling you, it's not happening. Go ahead, Patrick.
Let me ask you, as an Islanders fan, you hate Sidney Crosby, right?
Yeah, I've heard this angle. Go ahead.
And now you have Henrik Lundqvist. Now, I'm a Flyers fan, and I should hate the Rangers and be rooting for the Kings, too.
You should absolutely be rooting for the Kings. Flyers fans should be rooting for the Kings. Islanders fans certainly should be rooting for the Kings.
And you
But as a Flyers
Penguins
fan,
fans should be rooting for the Kings. No one wants to see the Rangers win the Cup.
Oh, man.
If you're a fan of any of those other teams.
Just some shit talk.
Look up Henry Lundqvist squirts Crosby in the face on YouTube.
Ugh. All right. Good for him.
Is it Pig Day on the Today
It
Show?
might be the funniest moment in the playoffs this season, and you got the team that you hate getting fucked up by the Rangers.
I'd be surprised if there's Flyers fans rooting for the Rangers in the Stanley Cup. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're right behind us as far as hating the Rangers.
Not as much as you hate the Penguins and Sidney Crosby, though.
Wow.
All right, sir.
I have no idea.
Thank you, Patrick.
I don't know what he's saying. Did you find it?
You didn't find the...
Not yet.
He's looking. Sam's looking.
If someone has it, please...
audio.
Please tweet it to us or whatever, or, get our attention on that.
My wife wouldn't high-five me. I was very upset. I need the emotional support. I'm Casey Kasem.
Man, where's Barry? What are we going to do with the Barry Williams thing?
I just want, you to call him.
Should I call him now? Like I don't know he's about to do an interview?
No. We got to wait until he's on live on the Today Show, and then you call him. and then
we haven't called him since the last time.
And watch his phone.
Well, that's
ring.
how that works. I understand, but the last time we woke him up.
I love it.
In Branson, Missouri.
And Branson. Oh, he was none too happy.
I was a little scared. All right,
where are they going? Bieber apologized.
Joke he told 5 years ago he's a...
Oh, this might be it.
It's a big story.
Casey Kasem's wife, Jean, did not hold back her anger
This might be
following
it.
a
Remembering
guardianship
Alice,
hearing Friday.
14.
She and stepdaughter Carrie Kasem faced off in a Washington court over the right to determine medical care for the ailing disc jockey.
Hold on.
Men on the planet left. We're gonna...
Wait, Ricky Gervais is in town already? That son of a bitch. When is he coming in? Wednesday? All right, that's cool.
8:15 is when Greg Brady will be on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're good here.
All right, let's go to this.
I probably be moved.
Jean Kasem maintains that her husband is
Casey's daughter's
receiving
kinda
proper
hot.
medical care and that he's devastated by the in-family fighting.
My husband is an American treasure.
Here it comes.
National treasure.
He wanted to go out strong.
Wow.
He wanted to leave beautiful memories. That was all torn apart today.
Earlier this month, the California court granted
God.
Carrie temporary exclusive
boring.
conservatorship over her father.
This is
Right
why
after the
CNN
ruling,
sucks.
Jean
This is
Kasem removed her
boring.
husband from his nursing home and disappeared.
Jesus.
He was ripped out of that facility and taken across state lines somewhere. We don't know.
The two were later found at a friend's home in
Got
Washington
Casey
State.
Kasem in the car.
For now,
That's
Carrie
a man
Kasem
act.
has been granted
This
the right
doesn't
to
end with the
visit her
audio.
father
This was
in
a
Washington
bust.
and taken for medical care. The judge will listen to
No.
arguments.
It's running out.
The California conservatorship order will be held up in Washington. I'm Andy Rose.
Oh, my
Andy
God. We just
Rose.
listened to that whole thing. We don't have the audio where she goes, and this is my husband. upset when he found out about what's going on. And just hear,
keep your feet on the tuna and keep reaching for the pump handle.
What? Casey, you okay?
We're not going to get it, are we? What, did I imagine this? Was I dreaming?
I've been abducted by supergroup ABBA.
Here we go. Cell phone.
I'm happy with how the
Watch
court
this.
proceedings went today.
The same couldn't be said, though, for Jean Kasem, who feels Carrie's efforts to obtain medical authority over Casey and her allegations of neglect are doing more harm than good.
He's crying.
That sound, Jean says, is a recording of her husband's reaction to what took place in court.
He's a man of very few tears.
And while we don't yet know what happened...
She's a piece of shit for doing that.
I have to hear... Let me hear fucking Frankenstein Kasem again.
She's a piece of shit because she talks about how, his legacy and going out in a certain way. And
she plays that?
And she plays that, so now we all know how bad he's doing. Wow. She's a piece of shit. She didn't need to do that to help her cause.
No. Let me hear that again. Oh, my God. Let's prove it.
The same couldn't be said, though, for Jean Kasem, who feels Carrie's efforts to obtain medical authority over Casey and her allegations of neglect are doing more harm than good.
He's crying.
That sound, Jean says, is a recording.
God, that sound, Jean says, is a recording. We can't confirm this.
Wow.
Whoa.
There's the guy that was a legendary radio guy. And she does that to him? I don't think he wanted that out there, Gene.
No way.
Horrible.
Poor fucker. Wow.
Who is now 20, is calling his comments childish and inexcusable. In a statement, he says, quote, as a kid, I didn't understand the power of certain words and how they can hurt. I was a kid then. I am a man now who knows my responsibility to the world and to not make that mistake again. So the question a lot of people asking, we knew what happened with Paula Dean and now with Donald Sterling. What's going to happen when people react to this? Does the fact that he was 15 at the time make a difference?
I know what's going to happen. I'm the first person to give Bieber a hard time, I'll tell you that. But I do like I like him owning it, and I like his apology quick. I like his words that he said there. He didn't put a whole lot into it. Like, hey, that happened a long time ago. I was just a kid. He's owning it. He feels bad for it. He's taking full responsibility. What's going to happen post, today will be interesting, though.
Yeah, I think a mistake made as a 15-year-old is not going to be held against him.
Well, we put this on Today.com. We asked everybody, will this incident have a long-term impact on Bieber's career?
Oh, 55% no, 45% yes. This is so
the answer to that for quite a while.
Yeah, I think it's a good lesson for parents, though, with kids to talk about when they repeat jokes, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate.
Oh, go fuck
Well, here's something to
yourself.
think about. Chew on as you head off to the office this morning. The most emailed story on the website of the New York Times right now has kind of a provocative title: Why You Hate Work. A definitive list of what really bothers us about the office. So here are the top reasons. No regular time for creative or strategic thinking.
Check.
Inability to focus on one thing at a time. Check. And few opportunities to pursue favored projects.
Plenty.
So how can you get your happy back, or at least try? Well, experts are advising step away from your desk and take a break every 90 minutes.
So long now.
A lot of people is when people at work use the expression "how to get your happy back."
Yeah, I know, exactly. Oh, you're so right.
Thinking the same
Who
thing.
would ever say that?
Exactly.
It's just so trendy.
I know.
You know how to get sexy back, but how do you get happy back?
Happy back.
Boulder fell
So
on
right.
that set.
Well, no
I
matter
wouldn't
how
care.
good your weekend was, it probably
We could so be on TV. You know that?
You just gotta. All right.
How hard is that? I love the whole experts say thing. And then the advice is experts say, leave your desk every 90 minutes. Like,
Leave your desk.
Who doesn't know that shit?
Get up, walk around.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come on in Sunday.
They need an expert to tell you that?
Those the cover sheets on the TPS reports. Greg Brady should be on very soon. 1 minute, I think. They're very
so we'll stall a little bit here.
They're very strict with the time on these shows.
Movie. I haven't seen Maleficent yet, but I was surprised it did that well.
X-Men, what, 30-something million? Million Ways to Die in the West, 17
Angelina
in that area.
Yeah. Queen Anne.
Not a bad opening.
Good
Pretty
weekend.
amazing.
All right. Well, if you've got a fear of heights, you might want to sit down for this next story.
Sit down.
Travel photographer got special permission to take the ultimate selfie from one of the world's most
This selfie picture is amazing.
He's up on the big Jesus.
Yeah,
in Brazil.
It really is amazing. He's
damn, that's pretty high up
on the top of the head. Or
we go looking at it. He was armed with GoPro cameras. Thompson crawled through the structure, finally reaching its stone summit and capturing this dizzying video. 98 feet in the sky. It looks a lot higher than that. And of course, he had time to take what is now probably one of the world's coolest selfies that you see right there.
Well, it's 98 feet to the top of the statue, but it's perched on the top of that mountain. It's an unbelievable spot.
We should also emphasize he was allowed to do this.
Well, that's what shocks me. How do you get permission for something like that?
He's a vast
Part of their
man.
it's for the World Cup. They want that magnificent
They're like,
view.
go for it.
That's what's trending today.
Meantime, as we've been mentioning this morning, a lot of people are going online to pay tribute to Ann B. Davis, who, of course, starred as Alice on the beloved sitcom The Brady Bunch. She died on Sunday at the age of 88. And with us now is Barry Williams, who played Greg Brady and spent all those years with Ann. Barry, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Savannah. Happy to be with you, although I wish under happier circumstances.
I think we all do it. She was 88 years old, but I understand it in pretty good health. So this was just a really sad accident. Had you talked to her recently? Is she somebody you kept in touch with over the years?
Yes, she is. In fact, all of the Brady Bunch has stayed and maintained our relationship. So she's been very close, a big part of the family, and we will we'll definitely miss her.
And when you heard this news yesterday, what went through your mind? I imagine you're going through a lot of memories at this point.
No.
Went to voicemail.
I am. And what went through my mind was one of the first times I met her. When she came onto our set, she was already a big star, having won a couple of Emmys on the Bob Cummings show with Schultz. And so I knew, even as a young teenager, she was someone I wanted to pay attention to. And I recall watching from behind the camera, her rehearsing some scenes, and she was very, very, very comedic.
Does Barry have a hair system?
I was laughing as she was.
I think Barry has a hair system.
That's a hair system.
Barry's gone through more hair changes. More hair is being added to his head.
And said, Barry, comedy is not funny. And I was crushed. I thought I thought I disappointed her, and a little later I snuck over to her and I said, "What did you mean by comedy is not funny?" And she said, "Oh, I was just kidding with you."
Man.
You know, of course,
which was her sense of humor.
Yeah, I mean, we so closely identify her with this character of Alice. I mean, we imagine that she actually is one and the same. But did she kind of have that nurturing personality, especially with a lot of young people on the set? As you mentioned, you guys were all new to this business.
Yes, and she was our disciplinarian. She was professional from top to bottom. And interestingly,
is this really a story that needs
a really wonderful cook? But she
someone to come on and talk about it?
Well, I mean, she's an icon.
I mean, people remember about her today and take with them.
Let's go down to the pizza parlor.
Well, use your bath mats.
Wonderful woman, a great friend.
Don't run the water in the bathroom.
She lived a full life. She lived it on her own terms, and
they just showed a clip of her
falling. Yes, they showed a clip of her falling into the water tank.
Continue enjoying her on television syndication because I expect the Brady Bunch to be running for years to come.
Well, and she really made the show. Thank you so much, Barry. It's good to have you here this morning helping us remember.
Thank you
so much.
All right. Again, she will be missed. Coming up,
she will be missed. By who?
We're going to talk to him about a lot of things.
No one's seen her in years anyway.
Who's she going to be missed by?
Exactly.
We all know her from the Brady Bunch, which is still running.
That's it.
So she's still there.
She's there as little Alice. Right. All right, have fun.
And Barry was calling from Ridgedale, Missouri.
Is that what it said?
Ridgedale, Missouri.
So he's not even in Branson?
No.
Is that the outskirts of Branson so he could do his show? The Brady Brunch? Is he still doing the Brady Brunch in Branson?
Let's find out.
If I ever find myself in the theater watching the Brady Brunch in Branson, Missouri, it will be the last time I fire my weapon. It will be pointed at my own head.
Which way? This way or this way?
Are you calling him again?
Yeah.
Hello, Barry. Just want to extend our heartfelt condolences.
Hi, this is Barry. Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Barry would like to extend our heartfelt condolences on the loss of your maid, Alice. She was a wonderful woman, a great icon, and she's now there with Sam the Butcher, who's also dead, and Mr. Brady, who died under mysterious circumstances. I think he died from Sam the Butcher. He gave him bad meat in his can or something. What's that joke? Bad meat in a can? So we're deeply sorry.
Great job on the Today Show. Love you, miss you. Call us back. All right.
There, I think he'll appreciate the thought behind that. Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
It comes from a good place.
Yeah, we mean
it comes from a good place. Now what? Are we going to watch Ricky Gervais now? What are we doing?
I know, we just watched TV.
All these people that do our show are on TV today.
Yeah. What is this? Transgender child video goes viral? 6-year-old surprising revelation? What the fuck is that about?
What is the viral part of that? What's going on?
Get some help on this. Talk to your child's pediatrician. If they have expertise or any experience in gender issues, go with that. If not, ask them to refer you to someone who does.
Watch what you say,
because this is really, really tricky and really, really confusing. There are many children who will align with the opposite gender.
All right.
Yeah, you know what happens when you align with the opposite gender in what they call my generation? Let's say you had a puppet, right? You made yourself a puppet, but it didn't have strings, like a marionette.
Sure.
And until a kid had the strings on it, he would carry around the puppet. But some people could misconstrue the whole thing and think that it was a doll.
Right.
But it's a puppet.
Were you going to put strings on that doll?
It was a puppet, and I was going to put strings on the puppet.
But Dad saw it without the strings.
Dad saw it unfortunately, Dad caught a glimpse of me holding the stringless puppet and assumed I was holding a doll. Now, when this guy is saying, some children might identify with the other sex.
Right.
See, my dad had a cure for that.
What was the cure?
He yelled at my mom, Ro, take that doll away from Anthony. He's not a faggot.
Well.
Or I don't want him to be a faggot.
Right.
Ro then said, oh, Joey, knock it off. It's a puppet. And he goes, it's not a puppet. It's a doll, Ro. Don't be an idiot.
Where were the strings?
I hadn't found strings yet. If I found strings, I would have fucking done. I needed string. I needed to wait for Sunday when we went to Grandma's with the bakery cake and take that red and white twiny string and make.
But don't puppets come with the strings?
I made the puppet.
You made the puppet
out of paper towel and paper towel tube. And things.
Did it look cool?
No, it looked like shit. But it was, it had arms and legs.
The glue that held the Brady Bunch together.
He's now on Good Morning America.
He's all over the place.
Yesterday, about one of the first times that I met her.
Is he going to tell the same story?
She was already a big star when she joined the Brady Bunch. She won a couple of Emmys with the Bob Cummings show.
He's just telling the same story.
This is someone I wanted to pay attention to. But she had a wicked sense of humor. And I remember watching from behind the camera while she was rehearsing one of the scenes for the Brady Bunch, and I was laughing along with her timing.
This comedy isn't funny.
I was messing up her timing, so she turned around and she said, Barry, comedy is not funny. I was crushed. I thought, oh my gosh, I've upset her.
Was she only kidding?
Later, I went over and I said, excuse me, but what did you mean when you said the comedy was not funny? And she said, oh, I was just kidding with you.
Oh, she sounds like she was really someone to be around, and just how we felt that she was. And what do you think it is, Barry? Why is it after?
Barry, please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yo, Barry, we just heard you tell the same story on Good Morning America. All right, love you, miss you. We'll wait for your call back. Bye.
He told us.
But you know, she did.
Is it going to be on Fox and Friends, maybe?
Full life. She lived it on her own terms.
Full life on her own terms.
And in the service to the Lord.
Service to the Lord.
I think,
and there she's falling again.
Grateful that she had such a full life. And people will be able to continue enjoying watching her in syndication for years to come.
It's true. I have the entire DVD set of Brady Bunch. My kids and we can quote almost every single episode.
It's been so much fun to introduce it to our kids.
I thought about
it's been fun.
Doing a show where you could parent by episode.
Yeah, exactly. The lessons are so
that's some new material.
We laugh. Like we face the same problems that the Brady Bunch
we
did.
sure do.
Really?
Pork chops and applesauce.
Pork chops and applesauce, indeed.
Hey, Barry,
back
thank you
to
for
you,
making us laugh
Jane.
and remember Anne so well. And our condolences to you and everyone who loved her so much. We did too. And thank you, Barry.
Thanks so much, Robin.
All right, take care now.
Okay.
Barry is like fucking the man today.
And she will be missed.
Yeah.
All right,
She won't be
finally,
missed.
in the Heat Index,
She'll be missed by
everybody,
like close friends
Jennifer
and family.
Lopez making a surprise
No one
appearance.
else.
Right.
She hasn't been around.
Should put up CBS this morning, see if he's going to call into that one, too.
I know.
I'm sure he gets the trifecta today.
All right, put on CBS.
Who does the CBS? I think it's Oprah's friend, right? Is that the one with Oprah's friend?
Yeah, Gail.
Because I really need to hear that story one more time. You know, I was standing behind the camera, and she said, Barry, comedy is not funny. I said, what did you mean by that? And she said, I was only kidding. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, that
Barry
Alice.
called back.
What a twat.
Barry called back.
No, he didn't.
I swear to God, he just did.
Did he leave a message?
I think he got scared, though, and hung up. Maybe because he realized who it was.
He's saying, shut up. I'm trying to do these interviews.
Or he picked up his phone and just clicked dial by mistake, and then whoops.
Oops.
But I swear he called back. Look, I'm going to prove it to you,
He's
Aunt.
just going to be like,
what is that? Look.
Because please
Missed
stop
call.
calling me during these interviews.
Missed call from Barry Williams.
He's like, don't call me during these goddamn interviews.
I'm a big star today.
Maybe it went straight to voicemail because he was trying to call you, so maybe you have to try to call him again.
Oh, I'm going to call him again.
Okay, good.
We just got to make sure he's not on Channel 2.
That bitch got popped in the face over the weekend?
Yeah.
By who?
Random person in Manhattan. I guess she was out with some friends.
V. Stiviano? Is that how you say her name?
Yeah, the rat with the recording device. And she was getting into a little bit of a tiff with her friends.
Right.
And then other people decided to just come over and punch her in the face.
Right.
Like strangers. What?
Oh, I got a text.
What does he say?
Trying to return your call. Alice is dead. That's what he wrote.
He didn't write that. Why would he write that?
Wait.
That's terrible.
You got to see if you can...
Does it say that, Sam?
Let me read it.
I need confirmation.
Dude, we got to get him and tell the story. Be like, do you have any funny anecdotes
All right,
about?
Let's call him back. He wants to. He wants us today.
Let's do the same interview.
Here we're going to do.
I'm going to give you the number so we could go.
Be like, are there any humorous anecdotes that you have about Alice on set?
No.
3-1. What?
No, we just write it.
Huh?
We just write it.
Yeah, you can't give that out.
All right, see, it's 310.
No, you just write it silently.
62.
Oh no,
8.
Alice is dead.
3.
No.
62.
Oh,
okay.
no. They have a bouncy house out in front of Fox. You know.
All right, I didn't officially give the number away. All right.
Hey, E-Rock, jump in the bouncy house over at Fox. That'd be hilarious. He just runs over.
You know that one's not going to blow away. Jimmy's not here. Someone has to do it.
Oh, E-Rock.
Sure you didn't make a pop?
Yeah, that could have been, but I think that was funny. That it's just anchored in one place.
All right, we're gonna
By the way, just so you know, I dumped out. I didn't know he was not giving a real phone number, so I hit it just in case. So
E-Rock.
anyone who's going to complain.
Why would you give away my bits? You just gave away my bits.
Because the last time you did your bits, people got in trouble.
It was your phone.
Who got in trouble?
You.
Remember?
I honestly didn't get in trouble. I just felt bad as a human being. That's what that one was about.
Oh, you're in trouble.
I officially never got in trouble. I just felt bad.
Yeah.
And that is the truth.
Yeah, I think there was a new protocol put in place, though, with phone numbers, right?
After that?
Didn't that happen?
No.
Because there needs to be new protocols put in place whenever anything happens on this program.
Well, we're trying to call Barry back because as you just heard, he texted me and said, trying to return your call. Alice is dead.
Alice is dead. Jeez. Sounds like a code for something. My God.
All right. It's not working?
He has the number, so he's going to call him.
All right, well, let me write Barry back. We're trying to call you back.
Barry.
Holy shit, Alice is dead. Okay, he should get that.
No.
Well, he started it.
Alice.
Should we take a break?
Why don't we?
We're going to take a break. We'll try to...
Wait, hang on 1 second.
All right. Oh.
It's ringing.
Hotline?
Oh, he didn't pick up? Voicemail?
It's too busy doing another...
wait, we got him. Hold on.
Real serious.
Put him on hold.
Oh, gosh.
Barry's talking.
Rock's panicking.
There you go.
Barry?
Opie.
Barry Williams.
You wait until, the Grim Reaper shows up to call.
Oh, man.
No,
unbelievable.
I called you that other time, but we woke you up, and you seemed to be very mad. And
in Branson, yeah.
And we were too scared to call you back.
Well, I know. You always have been kind of a girly girl about that.
We shouldn't be laughing on such a somber day.
No.
The passing of Ann B. Davis, of course, Alice on the beloved Brady Bunch show.
88 years old, and she was in really good health, and it was a freak accident. That sucks.
Well, it really does suck. And we shouldn't... We're supposed to be somber. I better put this drink down.
Oh, Barry! Wow,
This is a very different interview than you just gave on the Today Show in Good Morning America.
Listen, it was a surprise, but it's one of those things that is very common with older people, which is to fall.
Right.
But check it out. She's 88 years old.
Right.
She had a full life. A great career, loved by millions of people.
Yeah.
She's on her way. She's on her way to get her hair done.
Right.
Oof.
Falls, hits her head, goes into a coma, into the hospital, never recovered.
Wow.
It was over within 24 hours.
That's it, huh?
So what are you saying?
Yeah.
Hockey helmets for the elderly?
Yeah, that probably.
Well, probably that or walkers, canes, something.
Right, the hurricane, something.
Right. Well,
wow.
Walkers with the tennis balls would have helped her situation.
Tennis ball
But
walker.
I will say this, guys. Of ways to go.
Yeah.
I could deal with this.
Smashing your head on the sink? Oh no, Barry.
Right.
Well, not anytime soon.
Right.
But I mean, we watch people that debilitate with diseases.
Oh yeah,
or these things like Alzheimer's.
You're right.
Linger on and on and on and on, and it's horrible.
Yeah, right. Like Casey Kasem.
Well, yeah, exactly.
He's in very bad shape.
What a mess.
Yeah. Barry, a medical question. I'm not sure. Would a Brady afro have helped her protect her head?
That's a very good question.
In the bathroom.
You're sick. You really are.
Well, they were very cushiony. I did enjoy the Brady afro.
However, come to think of it, my Brady afro had so much hairspray in it, it might have
actually worked. Okay.
Yeah, that could have worked.
I got you. I was just I just saw the Grand Canyon episode the other day, and I had a girl over the house, and she was watching, kind of in the same room, and she looks and goes, "What the fuck are you watching this shit for?" Really? And I'm just like, "No, this rules. You don't get it." She didn't understand.
I thought everyone loved the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to warm up a girl, I bring her over, serve a little hors d'oeuvre, a little wine, and get the fireplace going. And
Good.
I generally kick on an episode of the Brady Bunch, particularly the Grand Canyon episode.
Yeah, really. What were you thinking?
I should have done the Johnny Bravo episode. At least there was some music.
That was the problem.
Yes.
That was the problem. You got to go with the Johnny Bravo episode.
Bravo episode would have done wonders.
That works. I'm 9 for 10 on that.
Yeah.
Are you sick of talking about the Brady Bunch at this point in your life there, Barry?
Oh, my God. And nobody cares about anything else I have. I run with it.
You just run with it at this point.
I have made a cottage industry out of talking about
my
Brady.
God.
Are you kidding me?
It's great that you were on such a hit, but I just imagine it's been... How many years ago did it go off the air?
44, 45. It went off in 74.
74 is 40 years ago. So for the last 40 years, you have to talk about the Brady Bunch probably every day, I would assume.
Yeah.
And many times a day. Sometimes, if I don't get enough action, like in the supermarket or at the dry cleaners,
right?
Yeah.
I stand in front of a mirror and ask myself questions.
Well, Barry, judging by the pictures in the tic-tac-toe board, you got about 6 more opportunities for interviews.
You're crazy.
I just finished talking to the Today Show and GMA.
Yeah,
we saw him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we were watching.
That's why you were thinking of me.
Yeah.
No, we think about you, but we blew it by waking you up that day, and we got scared ever since.
Yeah.
When are you going to be in New York?
You really ought to come in.
I will. Do you know now it's plug time, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, it is.
I have moved from the big city in Los Angeles, and I live in Branson, Missouri.
Right.
This is the first we're hearing of this.
Yep.
And I'm doing a big variety show here. This is the Johnny Bravo dream.
Oh, man.
It's called 7...
Oh my God, you didn't. No, you fucking did not. Oh, no. Holy shit, you didn't.
Our good friend Barry Williams, everyone. Barry Williams.
Holy fuck.
Alice is dead.
That was the worst hang-up ever.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on, I'll make it.
Holy shit.
I'll just write what happened.
Tell him,
What
happened? We've been having difficulties with the phone.
All right, I wrote what happened.
Holy shit. Oh, my God.
All right.
He was right in the middle telling us about his Johnny Bravo thing.
In Branson, Missouri.
Oh, man. What do you think he thinks? He's trotting on about his show, and he just the dial tone comes in.
He said it himself that no one cares about anything else. They only care about the Brady Bunch.
Well, he did say that.
He did say that.
He did. Holy fuck.
Taking you behind. What the fuck? Call me back.
Do you know?
All right, call him back.
I never expect it. I've been, dude, 20 years. We've done this. Has happened many times, but when I hear that dial tone, I never expect it.
I gotta get. Could someone get me all the hang-ups? I want to do
that would be a good montage.
I need a montage.
Good montage. Oh, I think the hotline. Somebody's on there, huh? We good?
It takes forever.
Yeah.
Because, it's ringing, and, somebody else has to talk to him for whatever reason. I don't understand that.
Blame it on E-Rock or something. All right. There it is. Barry.
We reconnected.
Sorry about that, man.
What do you want, a cell phone or something?
It wasn't me.
No. I don't know. It wasn't.
I think it was E-Rock.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So, Branson, Missouri.
Yeah.
You got the Johnny Bravo, what is it?
70s music celebration.
Now, do you play some of the old favorites? Birds never sang before. Raindrops never... What is that? Ponies never ran before.
Till I met you.
Exactly. Because that's what I'd want to see. I want to see the old...
You want to know something embarrassing about that song?
Yeah.
I wrote it.
You did actually write that for the episode?
Yeah.
Did you get a credit? Did you get some publishing?
Why is that embarrassing?
Yeah, well,
it was very appropriate for what you were doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was appropriate for the time. It's not exactly setting the hip hop world on fire, however.
I think you should remix it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Throw a few N-bombs in there.
We should remix it for you guys.
Yeah, I would love that.
Rock it out like the real Greg Brady.
The real Greg Brady was
great. We got a lot of spins out of that one.
That was a good one, man.
We loved it. We might play it into break.
So who's in your variety show?
Well, I've got a cast of 6 people and live band, and I don't know if you heard that, but I'm covering like all the music from the decades: Elton John and the Eagles and Leonard Skinner and James Taylor and John Denver, and then the gals are singing Carole King and the Carpenters, and
very popular.
We do
these
television
days.
Theme songs and kind of go through it like variety, and I'm having a great time here in Branson doing it.
You got your own theater down there, like Yakov?
You know what? I do not want to go into the buying the theater business. No, it's quite enough just to keep everybody, wrangled for the show and get to do my job.
I like that Yakov thing though, because he's like, and we serve dinners on magnetic trays. He loves them.
With gold silverware.
And genuine linen napkins.
And you eat for free.
Barry knows.
Exactly. Barry knows. Barry knows the deal.
What's there to do in Branson when you're not performing, though? Do you just kind of...
You buy one overpriced ticket, you eat for free.
There it is.
Yeah, what do you do when you're not performing in Branson?
Oh, there is a ton to do. First of all, there are 4 big lakes around here, one of which I live on. I'm water skiing, I fish.
Oh, okay.
I've been hunting, horseback riding, hiking, geocaching. Check it out if you don't know what that is.
Wow.
It's really cool.
What's geocaching? Is that like those, you got to find like a penny in the woods or something?
Exactly, a little, but around here, because they're really all hikers and stuff. They're really cool little trinkets that you can pick up, and dog tags and stuff like that. And you pick them up and you leave something and send it on. But it's a whole adventure.
Are you one of these guys with a metal detector, Barry?
I do not. I use my GPS.
Oh, okay.
But I do not use a metal detector.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where you at with your love life these days?
Oh, kind of hanging. I've got angry women on both coasts.
Oh, really? You got 2?
Yeah, I'm in the middle here, and and I'm flying out to one coast, and then I get back, and then I get a bunch of stuff from the other coast.
Oh man.
And it's
why are they so angry?
Well, because he hooked up one with a double date, and it was Phil Packer, and it turned out to be his brother with a fake mustache.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Someone else they've been watching reruns, and they got jealous, I guess.
Yes.
Wait, you got 2 exes? You got 2 ex-wives now?
Wow.
No, just one, but I had a baby.
2 angry women. No wonder he picked the geographical center of the country to live.
Right.
Just
I'm in Branson hiding.
How old's your kid now?
She is 2 and just adorable. She's really, really sweet and little girl, which I'd always wanted. But unfortunately, she's in Los Angeles, and I'm here in Branson. So it's like, talk about your, Disneyland dad.
Oh man.
I don't get to see her very often, and but fortunately, so it's like FaceTime.
You know who you'll see her more than? Ann B. Davis.
Maybe I missed that. Say that one again.
No, that's okay. I was insinuating you're probably not going to be seeing Ann B. Davis very much.
No, not too much.
When was the last time
except in my prayers. What?
Exactly.
When was the last time you saw Alice? Yeah.
About 6 months ago. 6 months ago.
Wow.
Going through town, stopped in, said hello. She was doing pretty well. In February, we had a sort of a mini reunion, and for the talk, it's like the View Light. And Ann had made a recording for Florence Henderson's 80th birthday.
Oh wow!
Celebration was
80.
How about that?
80.
I know.
Crazy.
Is that crazy? I think I'm finally old enough that I can probably, make my move.
Did you bang her? I forgot. Who'd you bang on the show?
Properly.
He went on a date with her. It was very awkward.
It was awkward. Did you finger pop her at least?
Oh, Jesus, Opie.
What? What's wrong with that?
Little tongue.
No tongue.
All right, little tongue, but no tongue. All right.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's pretty amazing what an 18-year-old can do, or a 16-year-old can do with.
Telling me.
It's his imagination in a bottle of Wesson oil.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And Ann Davis was all about the Lord.
She's very religious,
and then the Lord pays her back by hitting her head on a hard surface in the bathroom?
Mysterious ways, Opie.
Oh, true.
Well, yeah, it is mysterious. And I like to think of it as taking her away at her time, quickly and painlessly.
But don't you think Jesus would have made her fall on like some cotton balls or something for all the good work she did for the Lord?
Jesus works in mysterious ways, the Lord. I guess God just needed a housekeeper.
Wow, that's
very well said. Yeah. Very well said.
Thank you, Barry.
Barry's had it with us.
I know.
I think after all these years, Barry has finally had it with us.
Barry, how can people go see your show down there in Branson?
Well, the website is 70s musiccelebration.com. You get all the details there, and where I am and show times and all that. Oh, and you guys might want to check it out. I got a little 30-second, blurb there, kind of what the action is and what it looks like. You get a kick out of it.
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Hell
now.
yeah.
So, Barry, thank you. I know you're a very busy man today.
Yes, Barry. Thanks so much. Good to see you on the news shows today. And hopefully you get to New York. We'll see you soon, man.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shout when I come into town.
All right, Barry.
Very cool. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
You take care.
All right, Barry Williams.
Here's Barry Williams. Isn't that great? You grow up watching the Brady Bunch, and then you become someone you could just kind of fucking talk to and joke around, make a few jokes. Words hurt, don't they? I wonder if I'll be deeply apologizing for things. That was fun. You could tell he's just like had it. I love it. You see him on the news shows, and it's like, Ann was such a great this and that. And then when you just talk to him like this, you could tell he's just like, I could give a shit about this.
Why are they calling
stuff.
me?
God, it was a show. I was a kid.
Right.
I was a little kid on a show.
Look at me.
It's fucking
now.
Yeah. I'm a man.
Right.
Love of God.
I'm a man like you.
Just like you, I'm a man. It's funny.
There is no Brady Bunch.
Enough. And why is he the representative? Where's Mike Lukenland?
Because he's the patriarch of the whole thing now.
Mike Lukenland.
I'm sure the others are really pissed off that they're not getting the TV time today.
Yeah. I saw Mike Lukenland in an episode of Little House on the Prairie last week.
Jesus. Why are you watching Little House on the Prairie?
I watch it all, Ope. I spin around the channels. If I see an episode of The Waltons, I'll stop and be like...
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah, because I like seeing who was in them. And by the way, Mike from Breaking Bad was in an episode of The Waltons recently. I'm like, wow, that fucking guy's been around forever. I was just trying to figure out what actual year it was. I was tweeting, it's like the Old West, but there's cars.
Oh.
Never got that show.
No.
And I hate it. It's a bad show.
Which one?
The Waltons.
Oh.
It's terrible. Little House on the Prairie,
But what about when they all say goodnight? People seem to enjoy that.
I loved that part.
Yeah.
Yuck.
All right, I want to make a montage of my phone hang-ups.
God,
how do we get that? Is that going to be hard, Arik?
I could do it. It's just going to take a bit.
Uh-oh. Well,
just
sounds like someone doesn't want to work.
Some of the some of the benchmark ones. It doesn't have to be every single one.
I have to bring something up also.
After the break?
The love... Oh, should I? Yeah.
Was it quick?
It's pretty quick.
But could it lead to a discussion about stuff?
I don't know. It's just about Sal. And when he was in before.
Oh, yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just got to pee real bad.
He was in before, and let's all be clear on what that was about. He was with Sam discussing what? What was it that we didn't really give a shit about?
Chart.
It was a chart.
It was the programming grid. And
the programming grid and the changes.
What is
but
that?
Here it is.
There's changes? I don't even know that.
It could have been discussed anytime, anywhere.
Right.
But But Sal chose to come into the studio, put that chart down, and have this discussion with Sam in front of me and Opie, and really assert himself as an authority. Like the way he was talking and pointing at the chart, he wanted us to see how he works.
And we saw, and we don't care.
I could give a shit.
But he thought that maybe we would care.
And be like, wow, look at Sal.
Man, he's taking charge.
Taking charge of the chart.
Crazy.
He was doing that on purpose.
Like he wanted you guys to see.
Go, wow, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but apparently Sal's the guy.
I guess he's running this whole thing.
I guess he's the one keeping this all together.
But you don't buy that for a second.
Not a second. With his crayon written fucking chart.
We're missing something, though.
What happened?
Could be the greatest thing ever on the Today Show.
What are they doing?
They're making
cherry pie.
This is a very good trick for you for anything that you might be baking.
So is it going to be the good Pop-Tart crust?
They're making homemade Pop-Tarts.
Crumbly.
How the fuck do you do that?
Now, if you want to get fancy about it, by the way, you can use a homemade jam. Okay, we're going to pick it up.
Smash him over his head.
And we're going to go ahead and press it on like that. Now,
be the crazy Pop-Tart lady.
Crazy Pop-Tart lady, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm going to go home and make homemade Pop-Tarts.
That looks great.
That looks amazing. You see how big Serena Williams is when she crashed that wedding?
Oh, would she crash the Kardashian wedding?
No.
Whose wedding?
I don't know. She's in Miami, and somebody was getting married on the beach, so she walked over.
Oh, she walked
in her
over
bathing suit, and
in her bathing suit.
Anyone who finds her attractive, they're insane.
You don't like a nice, big, hard body like that?
You got to see how huge her butt is.
Let me see
how far it sticks out.
Let me see. It's got to be great.
It's massive.
Love this.
Find the one where she's hugging. You think that? And they're talking about how great she looks in her bathing suit and stuff. Everyone just lies.
Oh, fuck.
That scares the shit. There you go.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
That is a lot of ass cheek.
There you go.
That is a lot of ass cheek right there.
What is that? Sam, there's no way you like that.
I don't mind it.
That is way fucking too big.
It's big.
That looks like a horse leg.
It really does, yes.
Right?
Fuck yeah.
But I don't know. I don't mind it at all.
Get out of here.
You're crazy.
And this wedding's doomed. Look at the groom just staring at Serena's ass.
He knows what's up.
He's like, oh, shit.
How many asses like that did you see at your fucking little hip-hop show you went to?
Dude, it would have been... it was everything your nightmares consist of.
Was it?
Where'd you go? Hot 97 show?
Yeah, just Summer Jam.
I was looking at some of the pictures you were posting, and I was just like, this, to me, is the last place on earth I would want to be.
Summer Jam.
Summer Jam.
Who performed at Summer Jam?
50 Cent, Nas, Wiz Khalifa, Nicki Minaj.
Are these names?
These are names of people.
Okay.
Yeah, we know those.
I know. I'm teasing,
we do know
of
those
course.
people.
Like we made the wrong turn in the parking lot. And ended up on the wrong side of town.
In the parking lot.
Like there was a obviously segregated parking lot.
Holy shit, there was. It was a white-black parking lot.
Really? 100%. Like it was like a...
like the Mason-Dixon line.
What, they told you where to go?
Vacation.
But
roll them up.
But they couldn't say white, black, so how did they make it clear that whitey should probably go over there?
Well, the better part of the parking lot went to the white people.
You drive into the one... It's the second you drive into the parking lot and see... cars parked diagonally across 3 spots. People, there are cars trying to get through the parking lot, and people won't move.
Oh,
like just standing, like a car will run over a person, and they have no sort of.
God, I would be livid.
Yeah,
Kenny.
Sam, you forgot Trey Dollar Sign was at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
There's nobody named Trey Dollar Sign. We're not talking about SummerSlam. I don't know what you're saying.
No, you were there.
I know. Sam
posted that the place smells like drugs.
Yeah, it smells.
Yes, I saw that.
Marijuana in the air?
Yeah, because the cops and security, they know what the real deal is there, so they're not worrying about checking people's tickets. Like, people are standing wherever. It doesn't matter. People are smoking weed right in front of security.
The cops are just there for shootings.
Just there for shootings and fights.
Right.
Cops are there to collect a paycheck.
That it? They don't want no trouble, right?
They don't want a deal, right?
Like we drove by a parking spot when we were in that area.
Right.
Because that also was the area closest to the stadium. So we thought we were going to get a spot. And I was like, I think that spot's open. some guy just steps in front of the spot and just shakes his head. No.
Yeah.
Like when we left, early. My buddy Joe.
Oh, I was going to say, if you took that wife of yours,
no,
you're insane. You mind if we dance with your dates? If I were you, I would be.
No, I went out to dinner with his wife last night.
Well, your whole family. It wasn't just you.
Oh.
That's what you think.
Besides that, I probably
I was in Sam Roberts' neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
But like
slumming it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When we were leaving,
oh yeah,
there was like empty bottles of Dom just laying in the parking lot
because they're just drinking bottles of Dom, popping bottles in the lot.
Like the grills that they brought, which are like grills you would have in your backyard.
Oh, I thought you meant the teeth.
No, the teeth stayed in their mouth.
The grills.
Oh.
They're just turned over and like pieces of them are in front of cars.
Just looked like a riot.
It was a riot, and that was the parking lot.
You take pictures of all that?
Yeah.
There's some of them on Instagram.
What did you see any problems?
Well, luckily, I was in like a little VIP party area,
white area.
Yeah. So I didn't have to interact with where the problems were, but everybody had a story about like the minute I walked out, somebody was getting carted away, and they said there was a pool of blood right where the guy was getting carted out from.
Yeah.
Because he got punched in the face. I went to the bathroom.
A lot of disrespecting going on. A lot of punching for being disrespected.
I went into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I was just pissing, but some guy was getting fucked with because he was taking so long to shit. And so the guys fucking with him went into the stall next to him, and they started commenting on how filthy the stall next to him was.
Of course.
And so I just washed my hands and tried to get out of there, because as I was leaving, they were like, I think we need a mud fight in here.
I don't even want to know what that consists of.
I think it's throwing shit at each other.
Throwing shit at each other. That's wonderful.
As far as feeling okay, because there was a crack security team.
Right.
Like, me and my buddy got there early unintentionally, so we just walked in and wandered backstage.
Yeah.
I just we didn't have any passes.
Oh, you just were able to do that?
We just
Would they assume
backstage.
You were probably part of the production
I don't know.
crew?
One of the security guys came up to me, and he looked at the pass I had to wherever my seat was.
Yeah.
And he goes, let me just see what these passes look like. And he was like, okay, so this is the backstage pass?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude.
Who's in charge here? Ain't you? Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Now, what's that guy doing?
He's dancing.
What did you call it?
He was getting turned up.
Getting turned up.
Yeah, there were a lot of people.
Up. Let's see this.
That were very turned up.
What is this? Not Sam on the old Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was enjoying your feed there. That was pretty funny. I'm like, what? I would never, ever want to go to an event such as this.
Great people watching, though.
Look at these chicks.
Oh, look at these hoes. Nice.
What's that white guy doing there?
Look at that chick with the fucking, like, green panty things there. That's pretty hot.
The chick with no back on her dress.
I love how they dip their hair like it's Easter eggs. I love that style. It's like,
that's nice.
Well, because you got to hold it by the fingertips, so you can't put the whole egg in the dye.
Put the whole egg in there.
Right.
Dip it.
This chick with no back on her dress, she was there with a guy I presumed to be her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And some random guy just walked up to them, and as they were walking by, grabbed her by the back of her skull and pretended like he was going to kiss her, and then just kept walking and nodded at her boyfriend like, no, it's cool.
That's great. A little, sexual assault. Never hurt. Never hurt anybody. Wow.
Well, is the video working or not?
He's getting turned up.
This guy's wearing a crown. And this guy,
if anybody wants if there is punishment in the afterlife for things like hell, that would be mine. You would there for eternity, walking around with that music blasting and people all turned up.
Did you see this is what the cars in the parking lot look like.
What the fuck is that?
What are we looking at?
There's a tower of speakers on top of his car.
Like the sound system.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 12 speakers.
It was as loud
up
in the parking lot as it was in the stadium.
But the guy next to him has speakers too, and I'm sure they're not playing the same thing.
No,
so it's just this loud mishmash of various people's music.
And like girls walking around with shorts that were small enough that you could see a vagina.
Wow.
Yeah, but giant black women.
Right.
And they're all wearing like the most. It was ghetto prom.
Hoochie ghetto prom.
Like everything's
helicopter hair.
Right.
Yeah. Everything's got rhinestones. Everyone's had their hair did.
Right. Everybody looked good.
You gotta get your hair did.
I look good.
Like my mom and Jess were all like, "You got to be careful if you're going to go to that show." And I was like,
"See?"
I was like, "That's racist for you to even say that you
don't
be
see
careful.
color."
Yeah, you don't.
And then I showed up at this show and I was like, holy shit, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm in a dangerous area.
I don't see color. I just see obese women dressed in little tiny clothes.
Very cool.
Wow, Sam, you're brave.
Video work.
What were you doing, a study?
It felt like a sociological experiment.
Crazy.
This is a video. Oh, here you go.
Is he getting turned up?
Yeah, look at this dude.
Look at this guy. He's all kinds of fucked up.
Shout out to all my Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian people in here.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That was a call for a riot. Dominican and Colombian people up in here.
Oh, my
Holy
God.
shit.
I never heard, you know what? I never heard
that.
Eddie Vedder say that before.
The craziest thing you ever saw.
I would have went to that in a second.
Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Wait,
wow.
Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian.
I see you, my nigga in the blue shirt. I see you, my nigga.
My nigga in the blue shirt.
Shout out to all my Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian people in here.
Holy shit. That sounds like a call to arms. I see my nigga in the blue shirt. All my Puerto Rican, Colombian, Dominican, and Colombians.
Wow.
Wow.
The vibe in the parking lot was like, I thought somebody was going to install a fire hydrant just so they could knock the end off.
and fucking jump around in the water.
Yes.
Nice.
How bad did the cops want to just lock that stadium?
Oh, wow.
Everyone right there.
And so we finally got out of that parking lot, and we knew we were safe because we found the other parking lot where all the Guidos were hanging out, like with their shirts off and acting like they were tough.
So it was like a prison yard.
It was a Spike Lee movie.
That rules.
Where was your allegiance?
Were you confused? You were right on the border?
Confused? Or you just right on the border?
You had to park on the grass in between the two parking lots?
I was like, I'm going to keep my head down, and I'm going to try to find wherever this VIP event party thing is and go there.
I would have just been yelling, where the VIP at?
Yeah.
Where the VIP at?
And like, the VIP was in, like, you know how all new stadiums have clubs now? Like bars and event centers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd never seen more people throughout the entire show trying to sneak in to a club. Like,
really?
oh, I left my pass inside.
Oh, it's always, right?
The whole time.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
I'd have just been walking around in shock, looking for the other white people, cowering in their compound.
Drop all remaining ordnance on my paws. Drop all remaining ordnance on my paws. We got chips in the wire. And a lovely fucking war.
And you know, none of the DJs ever said, shout outs to all my white people. Where my white people at?
No.
I never got the shout out.
You didn't get the shout out?
They should shout out to the white people.
They didn't shout out the white people.
Why not?
Yeah.
And they shouted out all the boroughs, never Westchester.
No.
No love.
Westchester's a badass area, though.
Yeah.
That's great. All right.
Sounds fun.
We should break. We've been
so
talking for like an hour and a half.
Well, it was fun watching your pictures and seeing your commentary. Being there would not be fun.
And leaving early, because I don't like to leave shows early.
Oh, boy.
Except if my life is in danger.
Yes.
And you know when you really feel like your life is in danger? When you see the people lingering in the parking lot that didn't even go for the show. Like, they're just still in the parking lot.
So what are they there for?
And you're like, these people just came to park?
Did you ever get that feeling during this time when you were here at this show, like where you're like, oh my God, I want to look behind me really bad. I have this feeling. Did you have a feeling someone was going to like hit you at any time or steal something from you?
Yeah, like I definitely had to be aware of like
your surroundings, head on a swivel.
Surroundings all the time.
Yeah.
And they also, I forget what they're called. They make these.
I could tell you.
They make they take like, quarter waters.
Quarter waters.
Yeah, that's like every like ghetto has quarter waters. They sell them in the bodegas. They're like
what is that?
It's like sugar water in a little plastic bottle. It costs $0.25. It's like the blue is the good flavor.
What country is this?
Quarter waters.
Blue is a good flavor?
Yeah, blue is like the best flavor.
Blue isn't a flavor, by the way. And that's another thing. I like red. It's never like a flavor, it's a color.
Red or grape?
These are quarter waters.
That's quarter water.
Yeah. I went to a very ethnic...
that looks delicious.
Elementary and middle school, and quarter waters were big there. But they take quarter waters, and they add in, like, vodka or something.
Well, now you're talking.
And I wish I knew what it was called, but then they just wander around outside the arena. Instead of scalping tickets, they just try to sell you alcohol that they made.
Holy shit.
It's like $5 for a shot, and people buy it.
Of course they do.
It's astounding what's going on.
It's sugar water,
but they know how to have fun, man.
Yes.
What?
There's a lot more personality going on at those shows. A lot more fun.
There's a personal.
It really is.
This asshole in the
You're not
pink...
going to find this at a Journey show. Everyone's just...
that's true. You're also going to be able to find your way home and find your car.
The asshole in the pink hat who was dancing the whole time that we were just watching.
Right.
Turned up.
Yeah, he was so turned up. Like... Cops walked right by him.
Yeah.
And the cops were just letting everybody have a good time. Like, unless anybody's getting violent, just do your thing, have a good time. And this turned up asshole had to turn around and just started flipping them off as they were walking by behind their backs.
Why?
It's like, they didn't even do anything.
They didn't do anything.
How turned up are you?
They're there just to, keep all the riffraff in line.
Were they on the scissor zips?
I think there were some people on that scissor
zips. Scissor zips.
A lot of ratchetness.
A lot of ratchet.
Lot of ratchets.
Some ratchetness.
Nice.
Sounds fun,
but
Sam.
I was telling Sal, too, off the air, I believe, and put this on the record, there is going to be a lot more gayness in hip-hop soon.
Have you noticed a lot of gayness?
Yes. Like
that guy right there.
He's
all gay. He's all kinds of gay.
Very gay, and he's having an easy time of it. And I'm telling you, like, you don't see black guys like at hip hop shows like getting like super drunk, like in partying.
Was he my nigga in the blue shirt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But like when like hip hop dudes. When they're in their environment, like they're partying, they're having a good time, they feel comfortable.
They let their hair down?
Yeah, and they get super turned up. They're very affectionate with each other.
Oh, interesting.
The bro hugs get tighter. There's a lot more touching going on. I'm telling you.
I sense a deep apology from Sam Roberts because of this conversation.
Really?
By the way, yes.
How so?
Yes.
Did they think there's going to be more gayness in hip hop?
Very offensive. What you're saying here.
We gotta.
I don't know.
We gotta get Who Kid in.
Yeah.
See what he says about.
We gotta see if there's a lot of hip hop. You're saying a lot of DL going down.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. We got a break.
Suck on that for a couple of minutes, people.
I see you, my nigga, in the blue shirt. I see you, my nigga. Shout out to all my Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian people in here.
That's a scary shout out.
That's a nightmare to hear that.
That's a scary shout out.
That's when you hear in the yard.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into some other things in a little bit.
Greg Brady. Barry Williams. Greg Brady. Barry Williams. Greg.
May I have your attention, please?
Marsha.
I repeat, may I have your attention, please? Will the real Greg Brady please stand up?
That's me, of course, Barry Williams.
Greg Brady.
Barry Williams.
Greg Brady.
Barry Williams. Uh-oh. We're gonna have a problem here. Y'all act like you've never seen a real Brady before. Bell bottoms, polyester, headbands, orange hair. Was it permed? Was it real? Hey, who the cares? Here's the story of a guy named me. Greg Brady, Barry Williams. Don't you know we were the real That 70s Show? And oh, Alice O prepared Sam's meat for free. You know what I mean. It's the return of Johnny Bravo. Wait. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Mike Brady said,
nothing, you idiots. Like Tiger, he's dead. Cindy had a list. Greg Brady. I'm sick of him. Look at him. Walking around wearing his tiki god, surfing and wiping out.
Yeah, but he's so cute, though.
It was cool for a while being a teenage star, but now the Brady name can only go so far. I'm doing stuff that's new, but I'm Greg Brady too. Football into Marcia's nose, sing the chorus and it goes. I'm Greg Brady, yes I'm the real Brady. All the other Greg Bradys are just irritating. So if you ain't Greg Brady, please shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up. Cause I'm Greg Brady and I did ladies more than any fake Brady. So stop your imitating. Yes, I'm the real Greg Brady. I grew up. Please shut up. It was so much fun making that show for you. Didn't write my book too, telling you who was dating who. It was all TV, wasn't real, just play. Back then you couldn't say that the dad was really gay or that my mom on TV was dating me. TV. It was groovy, far out of sight. But any night you light up a TV and then you see some wannabe trying to be me. Greg. Just be sure you know there ain't no show without me. Barry Williams, Johnny Bravo, Greg Brady, the Casanova, Greg Brady, of Clinton Avenue. Greg Brady. I got AKAs coming out the wazoo. I dig Eminem and Clark bars too. I was the oldest kid and I was young and cute. I would never do toot and I still fit that suit. I'm here to stay and if you get in my way, you can cram it where there ain't no sunshine day. Hey, I'm Greg Brady, yes I'm the real Brady. All the other Greg Bradys are not syndicated. So if you ain't Greg Brady, please shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up. Cause I'm Greg Brady and I did ladies more than any fake Brady. I was slim and shady. Yes, if you ain't Greg Brady, please shut up. Don't suck up. Please grow up. I gotta get out of this time warp. I mean, how did I get stuck in this box in the upper right-hand corner anyway? I was a kid of rock when Kid Rock was just a kid. And Uncle Cracker was somebody's nephew. I'd love to stay. I gotta go because something suddenly came up.
Whoa! Wow! Whoa!
Yeah, all right.
I'm exhausted.
Standing O.
Wow!
God damn.
He just did that live.
Opie and Anthony will be right back.
On Sirius XM. Feel free to rub one out. The Opie and Anthony channel. All Opie, all Anthony, all the time. And only here on Sirius XM.
Ahoy, mateys! Time to launch back onto the seven seas with your favorite aqua adventurer, Captain Louie!
It was my first day in the boat. I just bought it, but it's a big fucking boat with two engines, and it's really complicated to drive. I took Chris Rock and my manager out on it. We went out to the Statue of Liberty, and there was this thing floating in the water. Chris saw it. I said, what is that? And it was this big thing, and it was dark. It was night. It was like 1 a.m. So it looked like, like a big round raft. That's what it looked like to me. And I yelled over, hey, is anyone in that boat? And then we noticed that it was coming towards us, like kind of with some speed. And Chris goes, get the fuck away from that thing. Like, it was creepy. So I backed away from it and I put a light on it, and it looked like a giant manhole cover sticking out of the river. This was the weirdest night fucking ever. And it's right by the Statue of Liberty, and it's like, I don't know, 20 feet across, and it's moving. It's leaving a wake. So I call up, and then this woman came on and says, New York Harbor Coast Guard, give me your phone number. So I give her my number. This guy calls. He goes, describe it as well as you can. I go, I don't want to cause a problem, but it looks like the hatch of a submarine, and it's headed towards Lower Manhattan. That's what I'm seeing, and I'm sure it's not that, but my main concern is it's not lit, and it could cream anything that hits it's going down. And the guy goes, all right, well, I'll call a boat and send them to you. So he hangs up, and like 20 minutes later, there's nobody there. So anyway, I call back, and they're not sending anybody, and I at one point, I got crazy, and I was like, you are the Coast Guard, and I am saying to you now, there's a submarine attacking Lower Manhattan. I'm saying it. And then they're like, we're trying to get park police over here. I'm like, send a fucking helicopter. And he kept asking me to hover. We kept hovering around it and stuff. And then finally this big police boat comes, shines like a massive light on it. And then he calls me on the radio. Hey, Captain, are you the one who reported this? And I go, yeah. And he goes, it's a mooring ball. It's been there since 1965. Mooring balls are so you don't have to throw an anchor down. You just hook up to it. And I go, what if you don't see it? And the guy goes, well, most people navigating those waters know what the fuck they're doing. I have no business being on the water. And I would have hit it if I hadn't stopped at the Statue of Liberty to show it off to Chris and them.
Arrgh! Maybe not quite the adventure you were looking for. Well, shiver me timbers and all that bullshit. Pegleg! This fucking parrot just took a shit on me! God damn it!
This is Big A.
Start your engines. Open Anthony. Show is back.
Why flies? Who did that?
Start your engines.
I got a piece of clam stuck in my teeth.
Yeah. That's bad.
I'm starting to smell it.
Oh, God.
I didn't floss after having raw clams over the weekend.
Oh.
I can't get it out.
That's bad.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. I had a little incident with the kid. I don't talk about the kid a lot, so relax.
What happened? What happened?
We were at dinner. We went to, where were we? Half Moon, Blue Moon,
It needed the money.
Half Moon Cafe, I think it's called.
You think it might be in like
Dobbs Ferry?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where it's right on the water, right on the Hudson River there, about 20 miles north of the city, I guess. And when you're outside eating, you can see the whole city skyline.
Oh, well, that sounds lovely.
20 miles away. I got a picture, but I don't know if it's good enough to Instagram.
Wow.
Maybe I'll Instagram it anyway now that I mentioned it, so you get the idea. But kind of like...
Hold on.
I'll show you. Wait, let me make it a little...
Looks classy.
It's kind of a cool joint if you're trying to get out of the city. Seeing like the distance.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can look way down the Hudson River and see the George Washington Bridge and the city skyline. It's a nice little place. And I had a little dinner with the family and Sam Roberts' betrothed wife, because they're from sort of up that way, close enough anyway.
It's Westchester. It's all Westchester. It's my hood.
Did she not want to go to the big hip hop show?
No, and she didn't want me to go either. She was very scared for me.
I love it. Good for her. She's right.
So my young son goes, I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, all right. And it's a Sunday, so this place is fucking mobbed.
Yeah.
So we walk into the bathroom, and I take up and the bathroom's kind of packed, to be honest with you. But the handicap stall is empty. So I go in there with my son, and we're going to take turns peeing. It's just what you do, father-son bonding.
Sure.
I go, you go first. So he pees. You can just get his peeps over the top of the toilet.
Over the rim of the toilet.
Which is, but for a father, is really like, you worry because God knows what's on the toilet seat, and this kid could just get over the top. But you don't want him smearing his little wiener on the toilet seat. So he just gets over the top and can get it, get it in there. So then I whip out my hog, and you try to like cover up but you don't want it to also be like what's the big deal either. So you walk that fine line. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really, but I'm not a parent, so
yeah, all right.
I know what you're saying,
because you don't want like sex to be this weird.
Right.
Not sex, but like sex organs and all that stuff
to be a big deal out of it.
To be some mysterious like crazy thing. So
right.
It's one of those things.
Give him a complex or something.
You got to kind of like toe the line. So anyway. My son gets bored like his dad really easily, and of course he has to start yapping. And the bathroom is pretty full, and all of a sudden he goes, I got a small penis, you got a big penis.
Oh no.
And then goes, and mommy has a small penis.
Oh man. Did anyone start laughing?
Well, that's what I'm getting at. So right away I go into shut the fuck up mode, because this is coming from a stall.
Mommy has a small penis.
So then he knows that you think I like making people uncomfortable? My 4-year-old son already gets the game of making people uncomfortable, because I'm in shut the fuck up mode, and all of a sudden he goes, your penis is huge.
Oh, no. Oh, no. How embarrassing.
So we leave the stall, and now I got to clean his hands, so I'm lifting him up. And this guy, comes around from the corner, and he's just laughing. And I go, oh, you heard that? And he goes, yeah. I go, and then he said something like, well, it could have been worse what I heard, or whatever, But guy was having a good laugh.
Oh,
good laugh about
Kids
it.
will fucking just blurt shit out.
Right. He said something like, that's not the worst thing he could have said.
That's true.
You know, he could have said it was tiny.
It was
he didn't
tiny,
say all that, but
yours is smaller than mine would have been.
But then, because I'm uncomfortable, he goes, your penis is huge. Let's say hi to Remy in Missouri, which is strange because, like, when I was growing up, sex organs, all that shit was off the fucking table.
You didn't talk about it at all.
You didn't talk about anything, man.
No.
So I don't know. I really am having not a hard time, but I'm trying to figure that whole balance out. Remy in Missouri.
Yeah. My whole family was out at my dad's ranch, and my son had never peed on a tree before, and he had to pee real bad. So I had to teach him how to pee on the tree. We get back to the group of people, and the first thing he says, Mommy, why is his pee-pee so big?
Oh. Meaning yours?
Yes.
Yeah. But, I mean, compared to a 4-year-old, we all look fucking, you know, like we have huge peckers.
Exactly.
Thanks, Remy. So.
Wow.
Cute little story.
Embarrassing.
That's one of my stories.
No, kids will really put parents in weird positions.
Oh, man.
Say shit. It's like, oh, my God.
Right. Yeah. So.
Pipe down.
Arsenio Hall was canceled.
Thank God. Show was terrible, and it took a big gap in the Seinfeld episodes.
But the Leno guy came out and you know, showed Arsenio that he was being picked up for a second season.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
So even though he was picked up for a second season, I guess the ratings were just so horrendous and getting worse by the week that they said, well, I know we told you we're giving you a second season, but this thing is over.
It's unwatchable. It's an unwatchable
You're the
show.
only one on our show that watched it.
I watched it.
I've watched a couple clips because you brought him to the show, but it seems like he just decided to do his exact show that was hot in the early 90s. When he was like the young guy on the late night talk show circuit.
Same look, same vibe, everything. And worse yet, he couldn't get guests. That was his biggest thing. They would announce what guests are going to be on, and it was a who's who of who.
But who? Why are the other shows playing hardball?
I guess so.
Is that Philip Thomas or whatever his name was that did that song with? He did "Easy Lover" with Phil Collins.
It's Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't know.
Yeah,
a lot about where I came
That's the dude
from,
that did the song with Phil Collins.
No one would.
He's interviewing
care.
Earth, Wind, and Fire
and Little Brother. Yeah, it was unwatchable. He had a bit going on where he would say that he was going to buy the Clippers, and everyone's like, woo, woo, and he would keep going of, this one's giving some money in, and like he was trying to get some heat off of that subject, just going nowhere.
Now Kimmel and Fallon are just killing it, and you got to be. They're not in the same game.
No,
Conan's not in the same game as those guys
not
either.
At all.
So they figured out how to use the internet and the tweeting and the Instagramming and the viral videos. If you're not in that world in late night, you're fucked. Arsenio wasn't doing any of that stuff.
Oh, God.
And Letterman, same thing. I think Letterman finally, saw the writing on the wall like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
Now you get the hell out of here. He's. I'm glad because hopefully they just put Seinfeld back on.
I love Letterman. I've always loved Letterman. He was always my number one in all these years. But he sees these guys doing viral videos and this and that, and I guarantee Letterman doesn't even know what Twitter is.
Just not knowing, picking up a phone. I got my jitterbug phone. Yeah.
He didn't push forward with the new technology, I guess, and knew the writing was on the wall.
Yep.
It's too bad because I do love Letterman.
Yeah, but,
This was by the Clippers?
I'll run it.
Run the Clippers.
Let me put your money where my mouth is.
And he hasn't aged, which is creeping everybody out.
By the Clippers, it's...
The fact he hasn't aged, isn't that creepy?
Something's going on there. Yeah. And then he still comes out to the same dramatic camera swings where he points at the band and then it swings, boom, shot of the audience. It just looks like the fucking old show.
Let's say hi to Amanda in Missouri. Is this 2 calls from Missouri today?
Wow.
Hi.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Well, I was just calling to tell a story about my son. He was going to the bathroom the other day. He had just went, and he went back in, and he was going pee. And I said, buddy, what are you doing? He said, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, well, we just went. And he goes, well, my penis feels weird. I have a bonus. And I said, a bonus? What do you mean? I said, do you mean a boner? And he said, yeah, I have a boner, so it feels weird when I go pee.
Oh,
Because you
Jesus.
guys are talking about penises.
So you had to discuss your kid's boner with him?
Well, I only learned being a parent that babies get boners. I had no fucking idea.
Oh, God.
Well, he's sick, so we had.
Well, my son thinks he has an actual bone in it.
Oh, because it's a boner.
Well, I don't say you got a boner. He goes, Daddy, why do I have a bone in my penis?
Oh, God. Oh, God. How do you deal with this shit? I can't even imagine having to fucking deal with that kind of question.
And now he's figured out how to, place it properly in his underwear and whatnot.
Oh, do the old shift.
Yeah.
Shift it over to one side, yeah.
I actually, one day, I remember kind of giving him some pointers because he was having a tough time with it. I'm like, well, if you kind of, if you...
Juggle
and
it
then,
around.
move it upwards. And
Who needs to deal with this kind of stuff? So what'd you tell him?
Yeah, that's a good question. What'd you tell him?
I told him, I don't know, kind of told him it's normal in the mornings type of thing. I said it'll go away after a little while.
Yeah, fucking 80 years maybe. A little while. He's going to deal with that boner for many, many years. It will lead his life.
Oh, boy, will it.
Deal with that bonus.
Bonus.
Are you married? Why isn't your husband like...
Yeah, we're married. Yeah, he was there too. He was laughing. I mean...
Yeah.
We taught him it was boner, not bonus. So.
Yeah, we tend to giggle like idiots.
Does he try to? Did your husband try to use it later on in bed? Like, hey, I got a bonus for you.
Yeah.
Hey, I got your bonus right here, honey.
Oh yeah.
You think that went on?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck
God,
yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, he has a lingo. He calls it butterscotch jelly beans for a blowjob if we're in front of the kids. So
BJ, look out, butterscotch jelly. Oh, I call it a blowjob. That's because
you don't have young ears. Well, right. You do have young ears, but I mean, you don't have younger ears.
Yes,
wandering around your house.
Yeah, butterscotch jelly beans.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like that at all.
That's terrible.
It's a horrible name for it.
How about you into what? Altoid Snickers?
Oh my God! Oh, that's horrible.
All right, Amanda. Thank you.
All right. Well, you gentlemen have a good morning.
We're having a pretty good morning.
Yes, a lot of fun in this journey.
That's right. All right. We were talking about, indirectly Phil Collins, but supposedly Phil Collins came out of retirement, Sam Roberts?
Yes.
And what, he performed
He didn't like being miserable in private? He wanted to go back into the public eye to be a miserable fuck?
I'm telling you, two guys that I really liked growing up were Sting and Phil Collins, Genesis and the Police, obviously. And both were complete and utter dicks when I met them. Fuck. And I wasn't even being that guy.
To die. His loot.
Come again.
Come again. Sweet laughter flows. Thy grace is that refresh.
He's walking on the moon. Oh, here it goes.
To see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to joy. With thee again.
Oh, just like that fucking take wire cutters to his lute. Ting, tong, ting, ting.
To kiss, to joy.
Can we do something different with this bit? Do you have him doing a Police song with the lute? Because I remember even being annoyed at that. Because we went and saw Sting and his lute. And he finally played I think it was only one song anyone would know.
Thanks.
But then he had to play it with the lute. Do you have that?
Just the cast.
But there you go. See, pause. Is this from the XM? taping?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why everyone is applauding so hard is because this is easily an hour in. Easily. If not longer. So everyone's like, fine! That was supposed to be finally.
That was finally.
That was finally.
In applause form.
Right. Listen to the applause that he gets.
Just the castaway.
He woke up the room.
Another lonely day.
Oh, sing it like the record, you fucking prick.
More loneliness.
Can't even sing along to it because he changes the notes.
Right.
Rescue me before I fall into despair.
I'm not a big fan of alternative versions of songs that I know and love. I mean, you can fuck around with it a little bit, but...
You know why? Because you want to sing along to it. When you go to a live show or something, you want to sing along to the song.
Right.
You can't sing along to this because you don't know what he's doing with the fucking music. And then you go, okay, I could do this part. I know this.
Yeah.
Hold on. Message in a bottle. Oh, I got one word.
A year has passed
since I wrote my note. Right.
I could have known it right from the start.
Right.
Since I'm not alone and feeling alone, what happened?
You're way ahead. Sucks. And then he was just a dick backstage. I was lucky enough to meet him, obviously, and get a picture, but he got so annoyed because my flash didn't go off, and I asked for a second picture.
How dare you?
There was 10 people he had to take pictures with.
Dare you?
We were that lucky. We were, it was one of those rare things that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
It was Eric Logan, actually, because Sting wasn't really meeting anybody, just a few, like really just a few VIPs. And Logan actually kind of, called in a favor. I'm like, man, I don't ask for much, but
yeah.
I'm not like Jimmy where I need pictures with everybody, but there's a couple that, like Sting to me was huge when I was growing up.
Sure.
And the fucking flash didn't go off, so I was stupid enough to go, could you do that again? Is it
Sting?
And he got so mad.
It's like, look, we sat for your fucking loot.
Right.
So, how about a picture?
Anyway. So Phil Collins comes out, really.
Oh, wow. See that coming.
Comes out of what?
Retirement.
I didn't even know he was retired.
Well, he hasn't played since 2010.
Drums. I hear he can't really play drums anymore.
This is Susudio.
I heard Turn It On Again at the gym the other day.
Yeah.
That fucking song is still damn good.
Turn It On?
I know that it's going to make a few people laugh out there, but that song is still fucking good. Susudio.
Apparently there's a girl on his mind. Something like that.
Put it in
Man, that Alice looked like she smeared peanut butter on her teeth. Really should have taken care of it. Take some of that Brady Bunch money and get some fucking laminates.
The Lord doesn't care about your teeth.
The Lord doesn't really care.
So let's hear Phil Collins.
He's with a middle school band.
Why? Is his daughter in the middle school?
It says that his kids both attend the middle school.
Oh,
it doesn't say that they're in the band.
Where is this middle school?
Miami.
Obviously in between two other schools.
True.
Gotcha. And what, he played In the Air Tonight?
He did In the Air Tonight and Land of Confusion.
Why would he do Land of Confusion?
Maybe it was the band's choice.
No. So what, the band's playing and he's just being the lead singer?
Yeah, he's singing.
So is it like a band, like a rock band, or is it a... Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and they're just middle school kids.
They're just middle school kids.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Is this rock school?
It's Jack
like
Black's rock school. Yes, it is.
Jack Black.
Yeah, but that started a whole trend across America, that movie.
Yes, it did.
Rock school. Does the little fucker know how to play that drum part?
Let's find out.
All right, let's find out.
Yeah, that's true. I'll be looking at him.
I was nervous, because I've been doing this all my life, but it's still...
Full screen now?
How good can it be? How good can it be
there we go.
tonight? And all of these kids came up to me yesterday and were very, very pleasant, very, very nice, very polite, and they all made me feel like part of the band. You see, I even dressed in black and white.
Moby looks great.
Unnoticed.
No kidding.
But they're a bunch of great kids. They're sounding really good tonight. And also, I'd like to, just before we start actually singing, I'd like to give a little shout out to Mr. Winters here, because he does a great job.
Right.
Getting the kids to play is one thing. Getting sharp
let's play this old tune with this old guy.
He's got that one now. Okay, so we're going to play a couple of tunes.
Awesome.
I'm missing a couple of things.
What is missing?
Yeah, it's missing. Too fast, too.
You know, we're assholes
Just
on
trying to
this
slow
show.
it down.
That's kind of cool.
It's cool, but they're going too fast. Not the worst when you're trying to sing a slower song and it's sped up too much. Looks like, what's his name from Lost?
Oh, shit. Yeah, he does.
Terry O'Quinn.
Terry O'Quinn.
Right.
That's who he's like the Terry O'Quinn.
He finally gave up on the Phil Collins, too.
Yes, the little tuft.
That is completely gone. I just want to hear the drums. I want to hear if the little fucker pulls it off.
Yeah.
So far, he's got the thing going too fast.
You got Phil Collins on stage at a middle school with that, and you fucking can't even keep him in focus.
Right.
Whoever took the video of this stinks.
His voice still good, huh? So he's messing with the song just slightly. That's
yeah,
okay.
A little bit. I think he's just trying to slow these kids down a little.
Right.
He did. He reined them in a little bit.
Here we go.
All right.
Wait for it.
Remember. Look, out of focus, Phil Collins again.
Out of focus, he looks like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, he does. You got Phil Collins there in your skull. What a dumb fuck.
Yeah, how about you don't go for the close-up, because you can't handle it. You see that? It's
just a blur.
Right.
Take the autofocus off and fucking just focus on him. Christ. There goes the focus keying on everything. Because the lights are fucking it up. Here we go. Here we go. There we go.
He's 12.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
This is,
oh, that's Phil Collins' son on the drums, someone is telling me.
What? He looks black. It's a very generic version of this song. But, I mean, you know, I understand they're kids, but when kids play music, it's supposed to be this exceptional thing.
Let's say hi to Mark in Jersey. Mark.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, later on in the video, he comes out from behind the drums and Phil says it's his son. So I would hope he did it right. He's been hearing it for his whole damn life.
Right. So that is Phil Collins' son on drums. That's kind of cool, then. What the hell? This is the first time he's sung in 3 years, 4 years, Sam?
Yes.
Why hasn't he been singing? Do they explain?
No, he just stopped.
Anger issues?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
Phil Lindsay.
Yay.
And then what did they do?
Land of Confusion.
Oh, it's a little more rockin'. A lot going on in that song, too, though.
Very true.
Yeah. Right.
We actually have another song for you guys.
People losing their minds. That's kind of cool.
Before we do this, I want to let you know how all this happens tonight.
Oh, who cares?
A lot of these students are trained in different ways. Some are trained classically, some are trained by ear, some are trained pops. We actually have a lot of these scores.
No one cares!
Professionally by an artist here in Miami who transcribes all of it. And he actually came here tonight.
Oh.
And this is going to be the first time the kids actually meet him.
I
Pat
see.
Seymour to come to stage.
Get Pat Seymour. Seymour Butts.
Get it?
Get it? No one cares. Wow.
All right, now what happens?
Now what?
Why didn't they edit this video?
I actually brought... Come back here. Come back here. We can't go yet.
Oh, who cares?
Why wouldn't they edit this part out for YouTube?
Right? Scores of Land of Confusion. You see this big book here? This guy wrote it. Right here. This guy wrote it.
Oh, my God. Just play Land of Confusion.
This guy wants to make it his little moment.
Let's say hi to Brother Joe. Brother Joe.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I know I have something much better this time. You were saying how much you were into Sting. Did you know that that Sting has a kid that plays bass?
I sure do. We did.
You know about Friction playing then?
Yeah, we did a whole hour on like Rockstar's kids.
Yes,
and realized that they all suck.
Yeah, that they're terrible.
They were almost
Friction playing.
I'm trying to remember what song.
Dude, I don't even know. Just like the YouTube, the best one, the first one that comes up. The kid is friggin' exceptional. It's in his 20s. He opened for the Police a few years back.
So maybe he's gotten better because we haven't done this bit in a few years. But we did.
Oh no, this kid.
We did Paul McCartney's kid. What is his name?
Yeah.
James
and
McCartney or something. George Harrison's kid, and John Lennon's kid had one hit, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we did Sting's kid. We did. I think we. Oh, there was someone else.
They just can't attain that.
Sting's son is a band called Friction playing. The kid, I mean, he is talented.
Does he sing?
Uber talented. Oh, yeah. He sings and plays bass.
Does he sound like Sting?
Dare I say better than his dad when his dad was
I don't know. Sting's voice is pretty goddamn good.
And Sting's got the hits.
In his 20s, yeah. Amazing. If you get a chance, bro.
Got a few hits.
Yeah.
Play anything by Friction.
All right, go find Friction right now.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
No worries. Talk to you guys later.
Get me the biggest song by the band Friction who features Sting's kid. Because I remember we did this bit and we were not impressed by any rock star's kid.
No loot.
What would be their biggest song by Friction?
Probably the one with the most hits.
Yeah, what do you got? Most views. What do you got?
Sam looks confused, but that could be anything. Are you thinking of his sexuality?
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got? We're just sitting here.
We're just sitting here saying, what do you got?
We both know this break isn't going that well. We're trying to pump it up a little.
Oh,
what do
boy.
you got?
Well, there's a lot of stuff called by Friction Band.
All right, well.
Do you think that's them?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Oh, he's got tinnitus. That's why Phil Collins doesn't play out. I heard something like that.
Who doesn't?
Oh, yeah, Damian Marley is great, of course. But in general, that's a good one, actually. That's a tough one to argue. Yeah, Damian Marley did pretty well.
Damian Marley?
Yeah, he did pretty well for himself. You got the Ziggy Marley. He did all right for himself.
It's a Ziggy.
You got the Marleys. The Marleys do all right for themselves. But in general, I don't know. There's what? I mean, Paul McCartney's son. Oh, what is this?
I mean, it says Friction Band.
But they're doing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Friction Plane.
It's all covers.
It's Friction Plane.
Friction Plane?
Yeah, it's Friction Plane, and that would be Plane.
And what's the number? What's the song that we should play?
Two Sisters.
Let's,
all right.
Two Sisters is their big song?
This sucks. Sounds a little stingy.
Sounds like he ripped off Jack White to me.
walking on the moon.
Well, you can hear Sting in there, can't you?
That's a great voice right there. This ain't bad at all. Little Jamiroquai, but no, it's actually pretty good.
Problem is, this song's 7 years old, and most of us don't know it.
I never heard
That's
it.
the problem. Does he do a police song? I would love to hear him do a police song. Is there any other songs by Fiction Plane?
Who's this bitch on the TV?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Birdie?
Who the hell
the
is Birdie?
fuck is Birdie?
Fuck Birdie.
Hard to keep track of all these bitches. She looks like Lords with Proactive.
Yeah, she's got that look where she's just like melancholy. I'm gonna be melancholy.
I'm sad today.
I'm
I'll
gonna
just
be
write a
melancholy.
song. I'll write a song.
I'm gonna make sure my hair is flat. I'm gonna wear a big red lipstick.
My hair is flat.
And I'm gonna have a pale face. And my song's gonna speak to the melancholy people.
I don't need to be attractive.
Right.
I have my music, and that'll speak.
That's all that matters. People will understand.
So I'll leave my hair greasy,
Right.
and I won't put on makeup except for the big red lipstick.
Just a big red lipstick.
That's it. That's every chick these days. All the chick singers.
What's this, Sam?
This is the police. The police and
police.
Fiction Plane, but we were looking at Friction Plane before. Singing Next to You in Hawaii.
Well, Next to You is a police song. Did you know that, Sam Roberts?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's hear how this sounds.
A lot of people right there.
What year is this?
2008.
Oh, boy. 6 years ago.
Who's that, Sting? Who's that guy, Sting?
I saw the police when they got back together. I guess it would be about 2008. It was amazing. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Is that his son that just came out?
I guess so. I can't tell which one. Just the energetic one is the son. Nice recording. You think Sting's son gets some pussy?
You think? Glad you said it before I did.
I bet Sting's son could get some pussy.
I was thinking to myself, man, he's kind of hot.
Like, oh, there he is with his dad. Sounds like shit on this recording.
Whatever. His son can sing, and that's fine.
There you go. Proud dad out there playing with him.
It's too bad the band's not doing better. Fiction Playing. The kid does sound like he has the skills.
He has a good voice.
But it goes back to our point. Rockstar kids,
see?
they just don't pop.
Very hard to get successful.
Some of the athletes' kids, they do all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pop.
Like
well, you got
Bob DiMaggio.
Got your Griffies.
Yeah.
You got your Griffies, and then there's the I have to go with the Earnhardts. Got the Earnhardts. You got your
Bob Ruth.
You got Bob Ruth, who did very well after Babe. Yeah.
Yep.
Bobby Ruth was great. Oh yeah, the Blondes.
Len Gehrig.
Len, yeah, he did all right.
Gehrig.
Yeah,
he got
did
Len Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad.
No.
It's just a hangnail.
Right.
Very underreported. Len Gehrig's disease. Taken care of with a nail clipper.
You know why? Because if you want to like talk serious for a second, the reason why rock star kids don't do well and athletes kids don't do well in general, they never had a struggle.
That's true. You got to think it's like they got
everything handed to them, so it makes
at least the launching pad. Yeah,
there's something to be said about being hungry. You know what I mean? Being hungry and not knowing. And not knowing if you have anything to really fall back on if you fail. And for some weird reason, it makes you try harder.
And you know damn well that a very popular rock star's kid is going to get those doors open.
Of course.
To get their recordings listened to by the right people, hook up with a tour, things like that.
But they don't know true failure. What? They get a bad day trying to make it as a musician. They go back to a multi-million-dollar mansion overlooking all of L.A. or something.
In my room.
Right, yeah, right.
Fuck you, Dad. I gotta live in your shadow. I have my own music too, you know.
Exactly, though.
Oh, Christ.
Right? Makes it hard.
Yeah.
Got to be hungry. He has, what? All right, hold on. We're going to learn about Phil Collins. What the hell? We're down this road. We might as well continue. John in Texas. John.
How you doing, guys? Hey, two quick things. Phil Collins sort of semi-retired a little while back because of severe neck and spine problems, which didn't allow him to perform. That's number one. Number two, his son is named Simon Collins, and he has a band called Sound of Contact, which are very good. I don't know the names of any of their songs, but if you can look up Sound of Contact, you get a taste of what he's doing. Simon Collins.
Sound of Contact. See, we kind of did this bit, but we haven't done it in a while. So, Sound of Contact, that's Phil Collins' son's band.
Collins' son.
All right, we'll look up one of those, although Sammy just left the studio.
Phil Collins' son.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Let's go to TJ.
What's up, fellas?
And someone's saying it goes with actors' kids, too, for the most part.
Yeah.
You do have your exceptions, of course, but you would assume there'd be a lot more.
Who do you got?
Well, you got...
What's some of them actors' sons we got?
Well, Richie Cunningham's kid does pretty well.
Who?
Richie Cunningham.
His daughter?
Yeah, she does all right.
We got Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson, she does all right.
We got... we got
is it Angelina Jolie's father?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she did all right.
We got
Liza Minnelli.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Colin Hanks.
Colin Hanks, thank you. Look at this guy's not even calling for this.
He's on the Fargo, and that was he's very good on the Fargo.
Great.
Colin Hanks is absolutely great. He stepped outside his father's shadow a long time ago.
We got the Charlie Sheen.
Good dude too.
No.
What about Bill Bogart?
Bill Bogart.
Bill Bogart did all right for himself.
He actually was trying to get Here's Smelling You Kid to catch on, but it never did.
It never did.
Not like his pop. He picked the wrong sense.
What do you got on the Phil Collins, TJ?
So, like 15 or 16 years ago, I used to work for this rehearsal studio in the city. And all these big name acts, before they play the Garden or play David Letterman or whatever, they come and rehearse and play at this studio in the city. But anyway, I was there to pick up equipment, and the person who was supposed to open the studio had not yet, and Phil Collins was out front pitching the biggest fucking tantrum I've ever seen.
Pitching a fit?
Oh my God, he was freaking out. He threw his coffee. He was like
threw his coffee. That's insane.
TJ, I know I do all this, but what about Phil Collins?
Oh no! Oh, see.
Somewhere,
someone is telling that exact same story about me. So
yeah, the Opie was fucking throwing shit, and it was Phil Collins.
Hilarious.
All right, TJ, thank you, buddy.
Yeah. All right, no doubt. All
right, peace. Yep. You got Phil Collins' son's band?
Phil Collins is
yeah. How do you say that?
Simon Collins, vocals, drums. Does it just sound like Phil?
That's
another problem the kids have. They sound too much like their fathers.
Stings?
Even if it's a better Sting's kid sounds really good.
Absolutely.
But that's definitely a Sting type voice.
Right.
Yeah.
But it seems like an updated version of his voice.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think he's got better range and a little
more power.
More power to it. It sounded great.
And this is the best song from Sound of Contact?
This one has the most hits on YouTube.
All right.
Sock, for short.
Oh.
Which one is Phil Collins?
Bigger kid than his father. It said drums and vocals, so I'm assuming... Is he on the drums? Can we go full screen, please? Oh, that sounded... The keyboard hit sounded a little Genesis-y.
Guy playing guitar looks like that.
Yeah.
Sounds cool as hell.
A little Genesis-y.
I like this.
Another out-of-focus motherfucker always going for depth of field. I see.
There's a lot of talented people out there, huh?
When do they start singing?
It's a minute into the song.
It's instrumental. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I like prog rock, but this shit is so fucking cheesy.
As many changes as you could put in a song, and
come on.
I hear a lot of different Genesis songs in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, this is just cheese rock.
I have a feeling they're never going to sing.
You got to get the big guitar lead in there.
Are you starting to think they're not going to sing?
Yeah. This is that self-fucking...
self-indulgent,
masturbatory fucking...
The mics are just to thank the crowd in the 8-minute song.
You play it a little different every night, man.
All right, we can't play the whole thing. Fast forward. Go there.
This is Dream Theater.
All right, go there now. All right, go there now.
All right, this is just a long-winded fucking jam.
They're very talented.
Yeah, these guys are super tight, but it's like fucking boring.
Who cares? Boring, you're right.
Well, give me some Simon Collins.
I want to hear some vocals. This more shit. Fuck this guy. I'm glad he went nowhere. What a dullard.
All right, what's going on? Does his son sing or not?
It says vocals.
Well, there's no
singing.
vocals.
Unless he sings exactly like a fucking keyboard.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Ringo's son tours with The Who?
Yes.
Yeah, Zach Starkey. He's actually a really good drummer.
We know that.
He's awesome.
What do you think we were
Better
born
than
yesterday?
Dad?
Probably.
Give me this kid singing.
Does Paul McCartney's son threaten to record his tracks over again?
You would think the Beatles kids would get together and figure it out. Like, why don't we do
right?
something?
Let's fucking do it.
Why
Is
not?
this him?
Jesus.
He sounds just like Phil Collins.
Oh, he's doing Genesis.
Oh.
Keep it dark, right? That's off the same album.
Yeah.
Keep it dark. It's an actual Genesis song.
Why are they doing the Genesis song? Why not just play the Genesis song? Did he get his father's hair gene?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ah, that sucks. Poor guy.
He's doing the swoop.
He's got to do the tuft. He is doing that. I love when hipsters go bald, man. Oh, do I fucking love it. They try swooping their hair in front, and it's just to no avail. You're sunk. They tried doing the Bieber, old Bieber thing, and there's like 8 strands of hair. That sucks.
Yeah, you can hear Phil's voice in there, though.
A lot of noise on there. Who's that? Rachel Ray? She's getting fatter.
She sucks.
Got ass on her.
I never liked her.
Big.
People have been attracted to her forever.
The whole audience has to put on a fucking apron and cook with her? Is that the audience? What kind of show is this?
I don't know.
God, it's just boredom on.
So years ago, before they had dough mixers, they used to make dough in wooden boxes by hand.
Is this guy Italian?
So they didn't have the attachment that came with the dough mixer to shred the mozzarella.
This guy is
They just cut it
Italian
into
as
blocks with
a
dough
black guy would be coming out and just
how
going,
they did it. So my Uncle Tommy used to make it. He would put the mozzarella down first, you know?
Right.
And it actually
That's the way they did it, so that's the way you do it.
That's the way they did it, and that's the way we do it, and it's better. You know why?
Why?
Because when you pick up the slice, the cheese don't slide right off the sauce. The cheese bakes.
How many N-bombs a day does this guy drop, you think?
Right.
Let me tell you something about that. Hey, most pizza, the cheese doesn't fall off.
It
Relax.
doesn't. I love a good fucking slice of pizza.
It does okay. It doesn't just slide off.
Damn, yeah. Hey, so you got your fucking sauce here. You fucking, and then you take your moulin yam. Hey, yeah, you got my soundtrack going. A lot of butter in here, a lot of butter. You know, some of the best cooks are in my neighborhood, and you don't find no darkies there. We keep them the fuck out.
Sounds just like Tony Danza.
Hey, yeah.
Fresh mozzarella, guys.
This is the paleo. This has got
firmer one
a lot
went
of butter fat, a lot of grease. This is all the flavor.
A lot
this is
of
the
grease.
taste. It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Butterfat sounds slightly better to
How
me
you
than
doing?
grease. It's delicious. So
Paleo
how's it going? Where is he? There he is. He's working good.
Oh, God. You just want to watch a TV show and they put you to work.
Yeah. I just wanted to sit in the audience.
Right. I don't want to do
take
this.
a break in some air conditioning.
Oh, God.
I'm cooking pizza. Got some fat fucking Italian telling me what to do.
Participation sucks.
It does.
I hate when they make you participate.
So overrated.
I'm here to see you. You do it.
The anxiety that I get when they start peering the audience for a volunteer on anything I go to. Oh, you go to that. You go to a show.
you. I'm like, no, it's okay. No, come on.
Let's get it. Come on, we get up here, people. No, I'm not going up there.
I don't feel like participating.
I
Thank
will
you.
kill you before I go up there.
Right. Come on, what? Come on.
Come on.
And then they grab
Let's give
you.
a big hand. And then they grab you.
And force you.
Never.
No.
Hey, we need a volunteer.
Any volunteers out there? You right there.
How about you? Or like somebody's doing some musical thing and they got to sing and they get into the audience and sing right to you.
Right.
And you're supposed to just smile and nod.
Right.
Or kick her in the cunt. I've had it with volunteering for anything.
All right, we're going to break. Son did an acrobatic act. Eric Clapton's son did an acrobatic act.
Oh, my God.
The fuck is that
That's
about?
terrible.
Hold on a minute before we break here. And John Elway's son supposedly was good at football, but he got arrested over the weekend. What happened?
Yeah, I just didn't know you were going to that call.
Why?
Hello?
Oh, yeah. I don't feel like doing that. I'm an idiot.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, I don't feel like going there. I'm a dummy. Oh, God, I'm a dummy. Fucking stupid. Wow.
You know, he wrote Tears in Heaven about that.
Yeah, he did.
Got a big hit out of it.
Well. All right, we'll
know my name. What a depressing song that is.
Sad.
Fuck.
He's a guy that slowed down Layla, and then it became a hit all over again.
Huge hit, unplugged kind of a thing.
Slowed it completely down.
Yeah. You saying Clapton's good?
He's all right.
Clapton's God.
He's all right. Well,
Finger of God.
That's a big bitch, huh?
Man, I don't know. There's some people that come out of
That's
that
a
fucking
giant.
Shade 45 studio. I don't know what the fuck's going on in there.
That's a big bitch.
Yo. Holy fuck. It's like that concert you went to, Sam.
Everybody's here. 50 Cent was on the Regis and Kelly.
I
Wiz
saw
Khalifa's
that.
in the building today.
Well, let's get to
Everyone's in town.
Fiddy's done our show. Where is the Fiddy?
No.
Let's get the Fiddy on.
This is some fucking serious shit going on here today.
Yeah.
All the artists are in town.
The hallway's very diverse.
Pick it up at your local pizzeria. Go out and try pizza. Say, hey guys, I need a few doughs. And I make pizza at home.
And if you wanted like a thin crust, you just have to keep like
thin crust.
A thin crust cooked by a fat pig.
I don't think you like thin crust.
Slide the product to the end.
Okay.
What is
How
that?
much shit do you need on your pizza?
Yeah, make your own pie. Next thing, she's going to try to put cucumber slices on it. We can't allow people.
Is that a dangerous pie?
That's very dangerous.
A lot of danger on that pizza pie. You got to say pizza pie because people are like, what are you talking about?
Pizza pie. You want to split a pie? That bit. Hey, sprinkle some cheese on it. Oh, some pineapples. It's fucking beautiful. Maron.
How much shit do you need on your pizza?
Exactly.
A little red pepper, maybe. Maybe a little extra sauce.
Hey, get it with the works, everything. Extra anchovies. That shit is horrible when you pile up like too much shit on a pizza.
Yeah.
It's not pizza anymore then. It's something else.
A little bit is all right, but nothing. Relax. Relax with everything.
Exactly. I do like a good ziti pie. You ever have that where they put
some
ziti on it? That's not pizza, and that'll fill you the fuck up.
Can we save this phone topic for Friday?
Oh, we should.
Please.
Friday.
Phone topic Friday. Let's not forget.
Phone topic Friday.
Maybe Roland should bring in a bunch of pizzas.
Go to break.
The super type.
Opie and Anthony will be right back on Sirius XM. Stay tuned so they don't make fun of your mother. Clean the bowl with your sock. Opie and Anthony are back.
There you go. E-Rock remembered. 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's still making pizza on Rachel Ray, I say.
Yeah. How much do you need to know about pizza?
We know the song.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that amazing that this was like rock?
Yeah.
Like you listen to it now and it's like, it's kind of quaint and, you know, nostalgic. But this was played on rock radio.
Oh, yeah. The home of rock and roll.
Yeah.
This is on like a Light FM now.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it really?
Light and Fresh
Absolutely.
and all those soft stations.
It would be on that, but back then it was like your fucking hard rock station played it.
Oh, look at the guys putting a little extra cheese on the pizza.
Could never go wrong without a little extra cheese.
Or a wheel.
They're still making pizza.
I don't have a wheel. I have
This
a
is
knife
TV
at home.
now.
I want to use the wheel.
Well, go ahead. You can use the wheel.
Is there any tips for that?
Yeah, put your thumb over there.
Oh, yeah. That's how
Put your thumb over there.
Yeah,
That's
get the pressure down.
All right.
Oh, cut
Hold
yourself,
that for
please.
you. Yeah, hold that for you.
Cut your fingers off with the pizza roller.
So, guys, we wanted to
I
make
hate
sure
cutting
that everybody
pizza.
here can go home
Sucks.
and cook their perfect pizzas at home. So, Pizza Craft gave everybody your pizza stones and peels. For everybody.
Oh, wow. Gee, thanks.
Oh, because that'll get used.
If you're watching at home and you feel left out, they sent a couple of extra sets that fell off the truck. Head to our website for a chance to win one.
What's that supposed to
And
mean?
for Pizza Party without
I'm offended
pizza.
by what
Bring
Rachel
in the
Ray
pizza,
said,
you
by the way,
guys.
right there.
I love
Fell off the truck. She's insinuating that organized crime, stealing things.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you offended by that?
Yeah, I'm offended as
Who's that bro?
as a thief.
Who's that blonde that walked by?
On this thing. I got to start being more offended as an Italian. There's a commercial out there with two Italian people, and they're arguing.
Right.
And they got, like, subtitles on the bottom. They're arguing, and then they stop arguing because of some food thing, I think. And then 2 seconds later, they're arguing again. And it's like, well, what? Was we supposed to think, like, the guy and the girl, couple that are Italian, are always yelling at each other? Huh?
Well, that's what you people do.
I know, but I'm offended.
Roland, why are you whispering? You got a mic right there.
I said I was Chris Powell from Extreme Weight Loss Edition, the coach that just walked by. You see who walked by?
Oh, I forgot already.
All right.
I forgot already.
I didn't care.
I don't know. I really didn't care in the first place.
It's like sound now. How about that?
I didn't care.
Shit. Did you think Sal was trying to impress us with his list prowess earlier? His chart?
No, he's just doing his thing. I understand.
I think he was trying to impress. That's why he didn't do it out of earshot and eye shot of us. He wanted to show, like, look, I'm assertive. I'm the guy with the chart. I'm telling Sam what the fuck is on the chart.
He is. He's like, Sam, this is what's happening.
I'm sure Sam will talk about it for a half hour on the after show.
I can only hope.
Not at this
I got to
rate.
drive home.
Why not?
Because you got to go to commercial. I'm not going to get a half hour.
Fucking up your time.
Sorry if we're fucking your show up with this little thing that we do on a daily basis.
Shit on your faces. Ooh, shit.
Roland came in and asked if you guys were on commercial halfway through the last break.
Look, I heard music. I thought that was the music, too.
You're hilarious, Rolly.
I had to go pee-pee, so I was like, what's up?
What's up, PP? High five.
Go Rangers.
You ever been down to that place, London? That restaurant in there with fucking...
I have not yet, but I know Gordon Ramsay is a delicious chef.
Gordon Ramsay. I was in there last week. Fuck. Good shit.
Really good shit.
You don't get upset when they don't bring giant plates of food, though, do you?
No.
Okay.
Because it's a cuisine. Some of the food needs to be small because it's rich.
Some of it was really tiny.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought at one point they brought out what was amounted to something the size of a sweet tart. With like a fucking little bit of caviar on it and stuff. I flipped it on my thumb in the air and caught it with my mouth.
Nice.
That's why they say
classy.
You go there and then you walk down to like a burger, like a JG Mellon's. And
is that with the Shake Shack or whatever the fuck it is?
Then you finish off dinner. You're like, okay, I'm full.
No, it's very good though.
Yeah.
Let's see the CNN guy get arrested, then we got to go home.
Oh, shit.
Correspondent detained mid-segment on Turkey's police presence on CNN. This happened on CNN, huh?
You didn't turn around and say, get the fuck out of here or anything? Not to those motherfuckers.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
What's your fucking problem?
Let me see.
The police crack down and use force, and then often
what's going on in Turkey?
Flashes erupting, demonstrators throwing.
I don't know, but this clip is like...
Oh, it's an anniversary of a big protest they had, I guess.
This clip is every person who doesn't like to travel's nightmare.
Oh,
this is why you don't leave America.
Rocks, bottles, and police cracking down with their use of force as well. So, excuse me.
Are you journalist?
We're, I think I'm getting...
Passport, please. Just a minute.
I think we're, I'm being...
Just a minute.
Okay.
May I see your passport,
so, Errol,
please? Which canal? Which canal? Which canal?
CNN.
Your passport. Okay, can I see your passport?
Yeah. So, Errol,
the producer's on.
Journalist card. Please, journalist card. Shut up, woman. Card right here. Anyway, this is my press card. It allows me to...
Where is your passport?
It allows me to work in Turkey.
Where is your passport? Where is your passport? Okay, come with us.
I don't have to show you a passport.
We're being detained right now.
Fucking Turkey.
So, this is, I'm being kicked. I'm being kicked.
All right, Ivan, we'll let you go for the moment, but you will just watch.
Why would you do that? The whole reason why you watch live TV.
By plainclothes police
and don't you want
officers,
to
which you showed
document
us
it?
earlier about 3 hours ago.
You're on your own.
They are out in force in Turkey.
Okay, we'll be back with more of his ass kicking.
Wow, that's when you keep the cameras rolling.
Yeah,
no
that's your
deal.
safety.
No big
what
deal.
do they do? They let him off
I'm
the
sure
hook
he's fine.
for time's sake.
After a couple hours, they let him out.
I'm sure he's fine.
Good for him.
Oh, this guy's back.
You know, I love the Neapolitan-style pizzas.
Yeah,
but
they're still
I'm a
talking about pizza.
I like the big pizza, some toppings, a nice little crunch to it.
He was saying the Saturday Night Fever pizza. You
Saturday Night Fever pizza is where it's all about.
Handle the volume.
Exactly. Okay. And that's what I enjoy. But the great
and
thing
then
about
the one guy that acts like a tough guy, he makes pizzas for a living.
Yeah. Hey. Enough about the fucking pizza.
Yeah, let's go home.
All right, man.
There's a couple little tricks we got going on, right?
More tricks about pizza.
So you can really just put these slices together.
Right.
And if you have a little panini maker or a waffle maker.
Or a waffle iron.
Right.
Look at that.
You just sandwich them.
A pizza panini.
Isn't that amazing? And
her voice is infuriatingly annoying.
I never liked her. I'm sure she's a nice lady. I never liked her.
I never liked her on TV. Joe fucker.
The point of this show is to teach people they can eat pizza one slice on top of the other.
Yeah, that was two slices at once.
Right.
I don't know.
For somebody in college, right? Yeah,
that's right.
You're gonna see a food truck soon.
We're doing waffle pizza.
I'm gonna pick up the leftover pizza from our show.
Brilliant.
Look at these two dummies.
There's no leftovers with ours.
You can also just do a little skillet. I recommend putting it on low. On the fire, just putting your pizza in there slowly.
Right. Low and slow to get the bottom nice and crisp.
Never microwave
and just, you can put a little olive oil on the bottom of the pan if you want, and just let it go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
and this
you
will
for
bring
that.
back that nice crisp. Listen to that.
Oh yeah.
You know, it brings really.
And then you have to
breaking a piece of pizza saying, listen to that.
You have to wash a frying pan,
right?
So you can have leftover pizza.
Fuck that. I'll tell you one thing. You put a pizza in the microwave for 5 seconds, it's lava. Oh. It's fucking mouth-burning lava. I don't know how that shit picks up that much heat.
All right.
That's our pizza break. All right, kids.
Well, it's way better than the Hodo show up top there.
Hoda.
Kathy Lee and Hoda. They're basically filming now through like a shower
shower curtain,
a shower door that's all fogged over. Holy, look at the difference.
Yeah, those are two girls.
And the lenses that they're using.
They're petrified of HD television.
Oh boy, are they!
Can we go back to cathode ray tube TV, please?
All right, we're babbling.
Let's go.
Sam, take it away.
Right.
See you guys.
The Opie and Anthony show has drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show. Sam Roberts' Opie and Anthony post show begins in moments.